Yes, guys, I see you there. Brother. Big up Aldi. See you there, brother. Jubix. Live follower in the house. Someone give me a thumbs up if you can hear us, guys. Nice one, Roses. I'm hoping that's a thumbs up. Yeah. Are we all doing, people? Fly Meet the Moon UK. Back again. After the success of yesterday morning's live, apart from the first half hour, where I was muted, I will admit that. Didn't get much help off you guys in the chat. But I've got my glasses on today so I can actually read. I'm sure one of them will have probably told me that I was muted, but it's a bit of a strange morning. It all turned out well in the end, I think. I enjoyed it anyway. I would like Jocelyn Brown, somebody else's guy. What a tune. Is it forecast rain today, like Rosie? I thought today was, I thought yesterday was just like a warm-up for today. Pardon the pun. Mermaid likes it. Quality tune, Mermaid, you know. I'm not sure what year it was. Because this is supposed to be like an 80s themed channel. So I'm hoping it's late 80s. But proper summer tune in it. How you doing, Peggy? I don't know if anyone else is live. I just had a quick look there. And I couldn't see anyone, so you know what I mean? You've got to have options, haven't you? You've got to give people options on a morning. I think could be a little bit like Lorraine or Loose Women, this, you know, without the loose and without the women. Well, be a few women. But I think all the women in the chat are like this song as well. It's not too loud, is it? That because I want to use this morning. No disrespect, but I will be like doing a few little testers because I want to get it right. I want to get like the sound right, you know, the level of the music and stuff. See, this guy, definitely not to be trusted. He was in the chat yesterday morning. He was one of them who decided not to tell me I was muted. Crazy behaviour, guys. See, now this is a lady who I can take her word for it. If she said it sounds good, UK lady, then it sounds good. But Northern King guys, don't trust that guy. Cool in the gang, this, isn't it? Live follower, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're well today there, brother. Well, not brother, but can't help saying brother. Also, you're back at Zeus, are you, Jim? Get me a little bit confused there. I've just, after we hijacked the Matrix's live last night, I don't know if anyone's seen it. UK lady, see, this is what it's all about. You've got to keep me right. It is hot chocolate. It's funny because hot chocolate, it sort of ties in with this fella, doesn't it? Because he likes a hot chocolate when he gets his slippers on and his dressing gown. Puts his feet up above the... puts his feet up and gets his pipe out and that. You know what I mean? But he's listening whilst in a minus 22 degrees freezer, 45 feet in the air. So I'll keep it calm for you there, Zeus. So are you Zeus again today, or are you no comment or what, mate? Come on. Stop messing about. But I've still got to catch up on your videos from last night, Zeus. Because, yeah, like I was saying, anyone who's seen Matrix is, I'm not sure if you all know Matrix. Matrix on PC, just a nice little chilled out channel, he's a bit of a DJ, he's been knocking some good lives out, mixing music, from the 80s and 90s, and well, he's from my neck of the woods, and I've been wanting to jump on his live for quite a while. Last night was the night. I think it was about 9 o'clock, and he wasn't expecting it. It wasn't pre-planned. I just said, stick the link out and we'll have a chat. He probably wishes he hadn't now, because 3 hours, 40 minutes later, I'm sure it was his longest live ever. We just took over. I jumped on the panel, and then obviously Zeus just can't be left out. Zeus jumped on, and that was it. We just took over for a few hours, but massive respect for Matrix on PC. Worth a sub there, guys. 100%. So, yeah, we'll try and keep it chilled for you, Jim. Don't want you getting too excited, mate. Another guy, how you doing, Ministry of Madness? Batty fish. Mermaid, have you been in here before? I know we've chatted and stuff. Yeah, we always chat that. I'm not sure if you were in here yesterday, though. Yeah. That's what, that's Zeus's, that's the secret to how he only needs 4 hours sleep, guys. Donuts and energy drinks. Yeah, but like I say, we'll be talking. There's no real direction for this show today. I'm basically making the most of my days off work. Usually, me and Mrs. Moon will be doing something, going out and enjoying the sun or whatever. But unfortunately, Mrs. Moon's working today, and I'm off, so I've got a few hours on my hands. So that music's not too loud, guys, no? Bit funky, isn't it? It's been done on a BASF C90 tape. Ferro Extra, I think we all remember them, don't we? 80s old school funky mix. We're always welcome new names in here. I haven't seen this guy or lady before. Modine. Welcome, Modine. Probably a subliminal message somewhere in that name. Mermaid's been busy there. It's all good at the minute, guys. It's all good. Just put it to the side, don't you? You know what I mean? And try and have a bit of banter. Respect to Norris. Big shout out to Norris as well, guys. I like Norris, you know, he's a proper geezer, and he's been putting a bit of content out lately. Enjoyed it. And last night it was interesting to watch. I just flicked over to Norris at just the right time, and there was a few people who were in the chat now. We're having a little bit of a heated discussion. I like the way Norris handled it, you know. Pick up Daryl Adams, #1 Scouser on YouTube, just ahead of Flavors. And he's got it right there, the ruler of Middlesbrough. And Dave Smithers, aka the Gaffer. Don't mess with Dave now, guys, because he is rising up the ranks in the wood cutting industry. If you ever want a nice bit of wood, go and see Dave, and he'll cut it up just right for you, or one of his minions. Well, anyway, because Dave will be the one in the tin shed with all the smoke coming out of it. Isn't that right, Dave? Big shout out with Claire. How we doing, Claire? Snake Pit legend. Just popped in to say hi, can't stay. You know what I mean? Massive respect there. Just popping in saying hi is good enough. It's normally what the Northern King does. You know, he'll say, "Oh, I'm just popping in, guys," and they'll be listening in the background, you know, seeing what he can clip. You know what I mean? Pissing out little stones and that when he's had energy drinks and stuff. Crazy behaviour, guys. Crazy behaviour. So are we all at work today, or like I say I've got the day off. Got a few jobs to do. But depending on how this goes, because you never know. I'll pre-warn you, but I might just do a little bit of hoovering or something, you know, like in between. Who likes this tune? Remember this tune? This is like Electric Boogaloo, isn't it? Remember that? I know you're all singing along. Oldie, which energy drinks do you have? Because they all taste the same, don't they? You know, obviously when they brought Red Bull out, it's got that, is it taurine, the stuff that makes it taste like it does? And that's all you can taste. You can't tell me that you could put, I mean, there must be 100 different energy drinks on the market now. But if you put 5 in front of me or in front of anyone, poured them out, told us, asked me which one is Red Bull, the original, you just wouldn't, you can't tell. But you can when you go to the counter, and Red Bull's about £2 a can. When you can get an energy drink that's exactly the same for about 40p. And in this day and age, we were just on about it yesterday, and I brought up the subject of, you know, how much everything's costing. We all know how much everything costs, food-wise. And I asked the question, is there still a stigma about shopping at like the likes of Lidl and Aldi and Home Bargains, Pound Stretcher, Poundland? Because years ago it was one of them, wasn't it? where you sort of put your head down when you're going into Poundland. But is it still the same now, do you think? Or is it allowed? At some point, you've got to swallow it, haven't you? You've got to swallow your pride, guys. Mrs. Moon's in the house, calling me a batty fish. Mrs. Moon, total batty fish. Massive respect though. She might be on a break now actually, but she will be working hard. I'm sure she's listening in, so massive respect there to Lou Don. In brackets, Mrs. Moon. Smiley face with the tongue sticking out. Yes. See, this guy coming out with the facts. Dave Smithers is the ruler of Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Absolute batty fish. If you looked up in the dictionary, batty fish, right? It would just have a picture of Dave Smithers. That's all you need to know, isn't it, really? It's 33 degrees in that shed, Dave. Should get one of your minions to come and fan you or something, or get some aircon fitted in there, Dave. You know, you are the gaffer now, mate. There's you, lady there. I think she's got a little crush on her with Dave Smithers. Now she wasn't interested in him until she found out he was the gaffer. Now she's dropping in the little, you in Lincolnshire, Dave. You know what I'm saying, guys? There's Dave, look straight back in. Yeah. He sends in love hearts and everything, so watch that one, guys. Oi, Cumbrian Truth. Big up, Ashley. How we doing? Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, guys, so just going to be chat for a little bit, and maybe later on, we'll see how it goes. I might stick the link out later on and see if we can entice, get something popping off, you know what I mean? Cumbrian, are you having a day off today, or what, mate? Go and have yourself a nice walk or something, bro. You know, because I'm on my laptop. When I'm watching the chat, you know, when people leave emojis, you can't see what the emoji is until I highlight the comments. See, like the Northern King there has said Smithers, and then to me it's just two square boxes at the end. It's not, I can't see the emoji, so yeah, just thought I'd let you know that one, mate. Big up my mate Mick Johnson. Hope you're well there, brother. Massive respect as well, you know, guys. 19 people in here, and I think word must have got about the quality of the hour-long live stream yesterday. You know, that's it, isn't it? So I think when I used to go out partying and whatever, a long time ago, but I think it was when vodka and Red Bull was just the new thing to drink, wasn't it? And I don't know, it got like it got a reputation, didn't it? If you were on the vodka Red Bulls, you were a bit of a crazy one, weren't you? Or you were in for a crazy night. Just crazy behaviour, guys. It's not. I'm not going to say I never drink energy drinks, but it's that taurine thing. It's not. I don't know. Don't mind the odd Jägermeister, Jäger bombs. Watermelon is one of them. It's hard to describe it, isn't it? But for all the vapors in the chat, anyone who uses vapes, which, I mean, I do smoke, but I'll be honest, not as much as I used to. When Mrs. Moon stopped smoking a good few years ago, but we like our vapes now. And watermelon, it's one of them, isn't it? It's a strange taste, but I know quite popular, the watermelon vapes. Anyone smoke vapes in the chat? If you do, let us know your favourite flavour. Or is it just a northeast thing? I don't know. Everyone is broke, well, mate, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, isn't it? Like, I mean, what is going on? And if anyone in the chat has got the facts about this money that Boris has given everyone, I've heard £300, £600, £150. If anyone knows the facts about this payment that everyone's supposed to be getting, see if we can get the bottom of it today, because I haven't had it. I have seen in some chats about a few people that have received £300 or whatever. But we'll try and get the bottom of it today, you know, because I like to give the facts out, you know what I'm saying? UK lady, Mrs. Moon has bright pink hair. Anyone else in the chat like the bright pink hair? Northern King, I know you like to colour your hair now and again, don't you, mate? So is that the Just for Men, classic Just for Men Northern King music? German? Who's German? What shop's German, Northern King? You've got your little and oldie, haven't you? And I know they copy off all the branded stuff at a fraction of the price. But the ones I'm on about, King, is the likes of B&M and Home Bargains that have been around for a long time that are selling branded stuff for half the price. And I just don't know how to do it. I assumed it was something to do with the dates, because that would explain it, you know, the sell-by dates, like whether they were getting stuff cheap off the big stores because they were going out of date. But I don't think it is that, because you can look on some of the dates and they're in date for months. So I don't think it's that. Davey 90, how are you doing, my mate? Massive respect to Davey 90. You know, it makes me laugh. Obviously, Fly Me to the Moon's a bit of a pain in the ass to type, isn't it? So a lot of people use the abbreviations now, with FMTTM. Makes me laugh when people put down in the chat, and there's always a few people who are like, what's FMTTM mean? Crazy behaviour, guys. Crazy behaviour. But I do answer to, I've been waiting for this one, right? I've been waiting for this one. Yeah, Mishi's in the chat, guys. I see you there, Mishi, brother. Mishi's in the chat, guys. Massive respect. Just love the way Filmboy says that, like, yeah, Mishi's in the chat, guys. Mishi. Just say Mishi. It's a good name, isn't it? Mishi. Be a subliminal message somewhere in there as well, I reckon. Talking about names, he's another one, the Stallone Roses, right? I mean, obviously, I've got my glasses on today, but even without my glasses, I know that this guy is called the Stallone Roses, yeah. And obviously, like in the 80s and 90s music and 2000s, everyone knows who the Stone Roses are. And I think, I'm hoping that it's got a bit of inspiration from the Stone Roses there and had a little play on words and made it the Stallone Roses. But still to this day, I think it was only yesterday someone was calling them Stallion Roses. Could be wrong. But obviously, the Stallion Roses hasn't got the same ring to it, has it? And then you've got so this Batty Fish here who just uses his own name because he's too lazy to think of a good tag, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else puts a little bit of effort in, like this guy, Ministry of Madness, you know. Fucking tune. And then you've got Dave Smithers. And a picture of Dave Smithers. Crazy behaviour, guys. Crazy guy, man. Yeah, I'm like that now, Mrs. Moon. Talking to B&M and Poundland or whatever, which everyone knows is one of my favourite shops. I have got my, I believe they're from Home Bargains, 99p glasses. For 99p, I mean, when I take them off, I can't read the chart, it's all fuzzy, right? Put these 99p glasses on from Home Bargains, that's less than £1, guys, and I've got my sight back. Now, anyone who's going to tell me that getting your sight back for the sake of 99p isn't a good bargain, doesn't know a good bargain when they see them made. So, big up the Home Bargains, Pound Stretcher, Poundland, B&M posse. You know where I'm coming from there. So Aldi, North Yorkshire. Now, my mate Matrix on PC, I was talking to him last night, and he lives a mile away from me. But the town where he lives is a mile away from me, but it's officially classed as North Yorkshire. Oh, look at that, guys. I knew that would happen, right? Somebody's trying to ring me and has just had the audacity to ring me while I'm in the middle of a live and knock my music off. Absolute batty fish. Sorry about that, guys. These things happen, don't they? Yeah, so North Yorkshire, yeah. So Aldi, tell me, in your eyes, where does North Yorkshire start and what towns are included in North Yorkshire? And I'll tell you what I think. It is. Mick, it's absolutely crazy behaviour. Totally crazy behaviour, guys. See, can you not mute yourself for a bit again, Moon? That hands down was the best live I've ever heard you on, bro. See, it's comments like that that get people timed out and stuff, you know what I mean? Absolute batty fish, that Northern thing, right? You know what? I am guilty of doing a bit of shaking back, and I'll be honest. Once or twice a year, I will get the green shaking back. But I've heard it's no good for your carpets and stuff. It does smell nice. I'll be honest. It's not like we can talk about anything on here, right? Like I said, it's a bit like Loose Women or Lorraine, Lorraine Kelly. That's the type of vibe I'm going for. So, and you can actually talk about anything on here. But, guys, 2 secs. I've just got my sorry about that, guys. You know, has anyone else got any teenage kids? It's hard work, isn't it? Just in one ear and out the other, isn't it? My son's 19 and like basically just doesn't listen to a word I say, unless it's about something he likes or he's interested in. Then you've got his full attention, you know. Or if there's money in it, but yeah, I'll be back on the music in 2 seconds, guys. Just have a little chat amongst yourselves. Just got to do something, yeah. I'm going to check if there's anyone else live, actually. I don't think there is because there's 19 people in here. Obviously, this is like the last resort for a lot of people, isn't it? It's, you know, it's like, is there anything else on, or we'll just pop over and pretend to like moon for a few hours, or that type of thing, you know? I'm only joking, guys. Right, 2 secs. There we go, guys. I'm back. Yeah, so a little look. Oh, we've got our Irish friend Jude. Jude's live. No, a little bit worried about Jude, and I don't know. I think we all know Jude, don't we? But he's don't know. I don't think he's in a very good place at the minute, Jude. He used to pop on panels, didn't he? And he's quite a funny bloke. Yeah, just lately, just some of the titles of some of his videos and stuff that he's doing, it's all about mental health issues and that, isn't it? Fair play to him, but don't know. I'd like to see a bit of the old Jude back, you know. It's I do try and support him whenever I can. Are you off? In a bit, Gaffer. Keep cutting that wood, Dave. Nice straight lines, mate. Don't be leaving any little jaggedy bits on the end, you know, where you get splinters and stuff. That's it, Darryl say. Big respect to the chat, proper real ones, you know, like That's what it's all about, isn't it? You got to keep it real, man. Keep it real, brother. Crazy behaviour. Honestly, right, I mean, anyone who does smoke, I can remember first, it'll have been when I was like 16, 17, and I think it was 80 pence for 10 Regal king size, 80 pence. And about £1 or £1.50 for 20. So, I mean, if back in them days someone had said that you would be paying, in the future you would be paying like maybe, what, £13, £14 for a packet of cigarettes, just laugh at them, wouldn't you? You get the point now where if you pull a box of cigarettes out in front of your friends, you don't offer them out, do you? Because it's like £1 for a cigarette. None of this like, oh, it's your shout. No, you just go off on your own and smoke one, don't you? And don't tell anyone. It's too expensive to smoke one. Right. Is that right, Ministry? Serious? And if that's right, mate, and you're not winding us up, how did you get that? And did you have to fill any forms out, or did you have to go online, or share, mate, share? Because we all love a bit of free money. Maudine, you know what? I think Mrs. Moon, that's one of her favourite flavours, blueberry raspberry. I think I might have had that one as well. But Mrs. Moon likes the cola as well, which I've got to admit, it is quite nice. Oh yeah, now the info's coming in now. We'll get to the bottom of this today, people. Sorry about the background noise as well. We are live from the Bronx today, so you will often hear the riot bands going past, and especially in this heat, everyone goes a bit crazy, don't they? See, this is what I'm on about, Mermaid, right? You hear that many different things. I have heard people say, no, everyone's getting it, every single person's getting it, and I'm thinking that cannot be possible. I mean, COVID's already brought the country to its knees, hasn't it? Like financial wise, Boris is going, and all of a sudden they're just going to give £300, £600 to every single person in the country. That doesn't make sense. But like I say, we all have a bit of free money, so if I'm getting some free money, it's all good. Pick up another new one, Jenny K. I'll see you there, Jenny K. Hope you're well, mate. I always ask new people, how did you end up here? Did somebody recommend it, or were you just flicking through and you seen the moon sign and a bit of quality music and you dropped by, or it's quite possible that we already know you and you've changed your name. You just never know, do you? That's it, mate. Until it's in your account, you just won't believe it, do you? Because I am the type of person where the whole country will get that money and I won't. That's the way it is. Bright red hair. It's the future, isn't it? You know, it takes a lot. It says a lot about your character when you've got bright pink hair, you know, guys. I'll just leave it at that. But another batty fish, Liam Carey. How are you doing, mate? Mrs. Moon's a very lucky woman now. I have to agree. I have to totally agree with that. Whoever you are, Liam Carty, and God knows who you are, but that's a very good statement, and it's a very true statement. Crazy behaviour, guys. He's the man of the moment. Turning into the next Louis Theroux, you know. Norris draws a lot of inspiration from Louis Theroux. If anyone knows that guy. Funky Fresh, see, that's right. Got a little bit of electric boogaloo on. See, Norris, I just pulled a few BASF C90 tapes out of the Ottoman. You know, this one's 80s old school funky mix. Got a bit of Kool and the Gang, bit of Jocelyn Brown. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big shout out, Norris. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you doing a bit more, mate. And your lives are getting a few guests on and stuff, mate. It's all good. That's what we want to see, you know. Because Norris is the king of the spontaneous lives, like taking over from Jockney. It's not crazy behaviour to flick your phone on in the middle of the night and find Norris live with about 20 people in his chat talking about absolutely anything. I mean, it's 3 o'clock the other morning and Norris had a live going and there was a few legends in his chat. Eddie Hearn was in there. There was a few of us, a few of the late night ones, you know, the insomniacs and we're talking about all sorts, Skoders, rats. It was crazy behaviour, guys. That's what we like though, isn't it? Misha, is that right? I did hear a few rumours about the school thing. I know the schools finish this week, don't they? And our 10-year-old girl, she's got 2 days left at school, but you know, there was a rumour that if it did get as hot as it's turning out to be today, you know what our schools are like, the roofs start melting and stuff, don't they, when it gets a bit hot. So there was a rumour that they might get sent home early and start the 6 weeks holidays early. I think a lot of parents actually dread the 6 week holidays, don't they? Because it costs you a fortune, doesn't it? It's just more worry, isn't it, for a lot of parents? But yeah, boy. Daryl, have you sorted your StreamYard out yet, or what, man, mate? Have you had that little 10 minutes to yourself? Just read through it, and I'm sure you'll pick it up, bro. You know what, Norris? I get a bit paranoid now when somebody puts a mic after yesterday morning being muted for a full half an hour, right? Honestly, scary. So now when somebody puts mic in the chat, just mic, I've sort of made me have a double check there that I'm not muted. Yeah, man, but we all need to chill there. So you're in the office there, Daryl? Bit of aircon on and stuff. Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, aircon, as good as it is, everyone knows that it's like it proper uses loads of electricity, doesn't it? It's like when you put it, people say don't put the aircon on in your car because it uses all your fuel, but I mean, you should be thinking about things like that, should you? What the world's come to, man. These electric companies having your eyes out. See, anyone who drinks Pernod, I call it Pernod. Jim calls it Pernod. It's actually a D, Jim. Silent D. But Jim just likes doing them. He's the type of person, when he takes his wife to Wetherspoons for the 2-for-1s, you know, he won't just go for like a nice pint of bitter or something. He'd just have a top shelfer. He'd straight in with the top shelfer. You know what lads do when it's their 18th or 21st and just get a shot of everything off the top shelf. Well, Jim just does that when he goes out for a meal. Yeah. Jim's got one of them drinks cupboard at home that's just got everything in it, you know, Pernod, Babycham, sherry. He's into his like retro girly drinks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, 6 weeks holidays coming up. Vichy, sorry about that, brother. Is it okay for Filmboy to call you that, though? Filmboy calls everyone brother. Not brother, brother. BRUDDAH. Filmboy's got his own, he's got his own vocabulary, Filmboy. It's crazy behaviour. It does, doesn't it? It does sound interesting. Like, let's have another look at that drink and what he said. Where are we? So, we've got cider, lager, a shot of Pernod, and a vodka, served in a pint glass called the Purple Man. There you go, guys. Did you have any ice in that, Jim? Or... And what's the mixer there? Is there any other mixer in there? Like anything, any cordial or anything? Or does anyone else know any mad drinks? Like, what's that one Mrs. Boone said the other day to me? Oh, what was it? She might have to help me out here. What was it? Oh, I think it was Wicked. Remember that blue Wicked? WKD. Mine's gone totally blank. Yeah, I thought you were missing a cordial out somewhere there, Jim. Splash of blackcurrant, guys. We all we all need a nice refreshing drink, don't we? And yeah. See, Jim shops at Harrods, like, apart from the other day when he did go to Pound Stretcher and buy his new headphones, his new earphones. 99 pence, I think they were. Yeah, big up Harrods anyway, like. Because as we found out last night, guys, Jim, our friend Jim, we call him Zeus today. Could be something else by tomorrow, but Zeus has actually got friends in high places. He's actually great friends with the Redknaps, Harry, Louise, but actually isn't Louise anymore. I don't think they're together anymore, are they, Jim? Yep. We've got the Riff Raff in now, guys. Mouse Charger. Well, some people who don't wear glasses call her Mouse Changer. She's working away, listening in the background. Enjoy your day, everyone, from the legend that is Mouse Charger. Hope you're enjoying the music there, Mouse Charger. So there's live follower doxing us out there. Big up. Anything south of the River Tees makes you a Cockney. See? He's partial to a few outbursts, the Northern King. Just allow it. If you ignore him for long enough, he does go away, guys. That's what I've found. Tim Smith in the house. Tim Smith, how we doing, mate? Coming in with a high chat, Black Leopard type thing. Tim, are you, do you do all your modding from a phone, mate, or are you on a laptop, or is it a bit of both, or you're on a tablet? Because you've got a lot of responsibility, haven't you, with all them spanners. And you do get about a bit. And I just wondered, if you had any secrets about being YouTube's most popular mod. Like, what's your secrets? See, here's another thing we've got in common, King. 23, 21, 18. Ooh, you've got 4 boys. And you get much bother off them, mate? Or do you chip off the old block or what? Because my son, sometimes he does remind me of myself. Like, and obviously you get your mannerisms from your parents, don't you? They're the ones who, I think with kids, you can only show them the way so much, and it's when they get teenagers, like 14, 15, then it's up to them. You've done what you can do, but after that, they're going to turn out. It's up to themselves, isn't it? But you do get a lot of your mannerisms from your parents, you have to. And then there's a whole other show in that topic alone. 1800 in the chat, that's right. Hit the likes, guys. Share, subscribe. Do it all. Anything to beat Jim. I need more subs, guys. Tim, can you put Jude's channel in, mate? If you can, Norris's. I thought Norris. Have you not been on Jude's channel now? I'm not even sure what it is called, but I'm sure it'd be that. Irish Jude 74. Like I say, it's a bit of a mishmash, Norris Jude's channel at the minute. I think he's if he puts his mind, if he gets in the right place, Jude could be onto a winner there, but I think when his gazebo blew away in them winds a few weeks ago, I think that knocked him to 6. Nobody's he hasn't been any sightings, has there? Of the gazebo. Yeah, well, mate, Ashley's just gone live there, Cumbrian True. I know everyone's got mixed feelings about our Ashley, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't mind him. I think he doesn't do himself many favours. That's all I'll say. But he's a funny bloke, though. Can be really funny. Dry as sticks. Is it cloudy where you are then, Roses? Right, Tim, spill the beans, right? Because you're the second person who's had £326 a day. How did you get that? In what form was it? Was it gone into? Was it gone into your bank account, mate, or have you got a check or what through the post? Let us know, mate. Because we're all jealous. I mean, King, how much weed can you buy with £326, mate? I mean, that's what you got to think about, isn't it? Ooh, well, oldie, mate, 10-month-old daughter. Wow. How have you even got time to come on YouTube? Pick up Kieran in the house. How are you doing, mate? How the devil are you? I'm great. Just taking over the YouTube morning slot for 2 days, bro. You know, just messing about, man. Just an option, another option for people, innit? You know, when all the other lives go down, we all just pop over here, mate, and talk crap. Doesn't seem to like it though, although somebody did say that my lives are better when they're on mute. But yeah, Kieran, all good, mate, all good. Hope you're good. What you up to today? Are you working, bro, or are you just chilling? Guys, I'm just going to find another scrummage through me mixtapes. See if I can get us another few bangers on there. Bear with me, guys. Who remembers this group? These were massive when I was growing up. Big shout out to Jazzy B, Karen Wheeler, Soul to Soul. Right, Kieran coming in with the facts. He's not entitled to the free money because he gets child benefit. Everyone gets child benefit, don't they, Kieran? Every single person who has kids that gets child benefit, don't they? See how this? I think we can safely say that the payment is £326 because I think that's about the fourth time I've heard that amount get mentioned this morning. So we're getting somewhere. It's £326 for grabs. Now we have to decide who's getting it and who isn't getting it. Yeah, I am behind on the chat there, Tim. Let's have a look. I'll get up the weight. Who else has sat with the fans on? I know I've got the fan at the end of my bed. You know what it is? You know what it is, Mrs. Moon? It's bad when you have to put your own link into your own channel, you know, like you just can't get the staff these days. Put it down to the heat, you know what I'm saying? King, watch what you're doing, bro. Have a good day, and I'll catch up with you later, no doubt. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up with this chat, mate. It's been waffling on, haven't I? Big shout out, Jamie Sawyer. How we doing, bro? Killer B. Shit, I'm way behind, aren't I? Sorry, guys. That's it, Jim. I'm doing something right. If I'm annoying Jim, then I've won. I'm a winner. It's all been worth it. Yes, my G. Boss dog in the house, otherwise known as the Tash. This guy can that guy can grow a tash, by the way. I think yesterday he was rocking the Eddie Murphy, the Eddie Murphy thin little tash look. You know what I mean? Ooh, Killer B coming in with the 325.50. Ooh, might be a steward's inquiry there. I mean, 50p is 50p, isn't it? It's like a lot of bread these days, 50p. Hector's just been arguing with his sun cream, so he's called out Factor 50. Hector's on fire lately, isn't he? You know, it's like it's crazy behaviour from Hector there, guys. Hector the Erector. Now, these are the type of ideas that you want, aren't they? You know, this is what it's all about. You know, you've got your Lorraine and your Loose Women, and then you've got Fly Me at the Moon, but you don't. I mean, you don't get ideas like that anywhere, guys. Put a bowl of ice in front of the fan. Wow. That's the type of advice that you would pay for, isn't it? Harold's on form today there. Smashing it. Representing the Scousers. Tell you what, this song goes on for a bit, doesn't it? Just that was a quick hello and goodbye there, Jamie. Well, thanks for popping by there, brother. Massive respect. Crazy behaviour. What's this batty fish saying? See, Jim, £362 now. It was 326. It was 325.50. I like facts, guys. Facts. He was here, Killer B. I think he's just left there. He said he was dyeing his hair today. He's got some new. He's got the new tint from Just for Men. So he's got to try that out. But he'll probably be back later. Are you missing him, like Killer B? See, Mermaid, you are quickly becoming the go-to person for tips of how to get through this heat wave. It's just genius, absolute genius. So he blocked you, eh? Crazy behaviour there. See, Northern King is bald. I've heard that he's got a nice selection of toupees, and it's one of them that it's his Tuesday toupee that he's dyeing today, guys. So he has got a different toupee for every day with a different shade. Am I caught up with the chat now, yeah? There's 16 people in here, guys. So, massive respect. think Flavors must be having the day off today, you know. It's catching up on his sleep because he's not live. Oh, mate, Ashley, Gummy and True. There's not many people even. Not many people in there either, even. It's all about expressing yourself, isn't it, really? When you think about it. You know what I've noticed, guys, that I know I do waffle on a little bit, right? I've been waffling on for an hour and 7 minutes. But I've noticed that when I go silent or have a little break, that's when the numbers go up. Like more people jump in when I'm on silent. Whatever that's all about. Mermaid, you could really write a book, mate. You know what I mean? These are life-saving ideas. How was everyone's pets getting on then in this weather? Is there any pet tips? Because we've got a dog. Sure, it's still only a puppy, right? But I think they're all feeling it, and they're all feeling the heat, just like us. Put pillowcases and sheets in the freezer that will cool you when you're sleeping. Wow. Crazy behaviour, guys. Crazy behaviour. So 11:20. I think the peak. What's peak time for like the temperatures? It's like they say the midday sun, don't they? But I think it's like 2 or 3 o'clock, isn't it, when it's at its strongest? I'm quite lucky because I've got one of these. I've got this type of skin, you know, where I don't really have to. Even when I go on a holiday or anything, I'm one of these where I don't have to keep putting. Yeah, catch you in a bit, mate. Have a good day. But don't be working too hard, right? Daryl Adams, respect, mate. Yeah, I've got one of these skins that don't burn, basically. So I'm quite lucky. I don't envy these people with their fair skin who've got to keep whacking loads of sun cream on and stuff. That's crazy, that, isn't it? But I bet they sell a lot of it, you know, maybe. It just isn't anything that they haven't thought of, isn't it? Olive skin. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by olive skin. I'm just like, just naturally like dark, I think. I could go out in the sun for maybe one day and I'd just go black. Like, without any cream or anything. If we go on a sunbed, I only have to go on a few times and it looks like I've been all day. Looks like I've been to bloody Barbados somewhere for a month. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but here we are, guys. Fact Not Fiction, also known as Fact Notification, and one half of the double act Punch and Judy. Where's Judy today, Fact? Because there's no show without Judy. Must have another regular and regularly a Fact Notification, guys. take them as you will. Take them with a pinch of salt, or what's the other saying? Why do you take people with a pinch of salt? Like, what the hell is that all about? Who invented that? Does anyone know this fella, yeah? 2 up, 2 down hammers. He went quiet for a little bit, didn't you, Jay? It's Jay, isn't it? I met him a few months ago. He was on the pod refs. We done this football special, didn't we, mate? And he's a Hammers fan. And then you disappeared for a bit, mate, or unless we were watching different things. But I've noticed you've been popping up lately. Good geezer, man. Good geezer. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Anyway, what I've been doing, Jay, is just been taking a leaf out of Flavors' book, you know, and just sticking the StreamYard on while I'm on my day off. Bit of like a bit of a Big Brother type thing. Is that right, lad follower? I didn't know you were. I wouldn't associate you with the pod rep, being a big pod rep fan. You're not the first name to jump out when I think about the refs channel, but yeah. Here's another one. He was sound. You know what? He was. He is. He was. But like me, there's still a lot of questions surrounding the pod ref. A lot of unanswered questions, and it's a bit strange, isn't it? How no one's. I just find it weird how nobody's got to the bottom of it. And obviously, if you watch me and you watch my lives, you listen to me when I go on panels and stuff, you'll know my thoughts on that situation. But still, I'm not going to. Because there were good lives. There wasn't many lives that I missed live follow, to be honest. But yeah, I think Norris skirted around it last night. When I clicked on, he had Donna, who I think was I'm not sure whether she was a fan, but I think she had something to say last night, and the UK lady was on Norris's panel, and Norris has his own opinions. I know he did meet up with the pod ref offline, and there was a bit of a bromance going on. You won't mind me saying that, but yeah, I don't want to open a can of worms there, guys, because I have my opinions, and I've just kept quiet, you know. That's the one, Jay. That's the one. Yeah, I'm just going to skirt over these. I'll give everyone a voice, but don't want to turn it into a witch hunt. But yeah, Mermaid, I get you. That's what I mean. There hasn't been any. I think the fact that Mermaid's still on YouTube every day, and the other guy, if he is on YouTube every day, he's not admitting it, and he's not using his own name. He sort of just disappeared. I mean, make of that what you will. It sort of tells its own story. There's a few people who don't know what happened or didn't see anything, and here's a few facts out there, but it's still down to the individual, isn't it? You make up your own mind, guys. Crazy behaviour, guys. I know, yeah, it's starting early, isn't it, this year with the World Cup? I didn't even realise, 5th of August. That's only, is that for the Premiership? As I think the Championship starts even earlier. Wow. Wow. Mermaids, I'll be fair, right? I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't even heard that one. Wow. Crazy behaviour, that guy's. Crazy behaviour. See that type of that information there. That will probably shock the likes of this J 2 up 2 down Hammers, because he did used to go in. He did used to go in the refs, but obviously he wasn't like a lot of people. Sort of got a little bit more than friendly, didn't they? You know, it was a bit of a. He did have a. He had quite a lot of loyal fans. The ref. That's where I was disappointed with. You know, you can't give that perception out to your subs that you know you can't be one thing to your subs and then be another thing, you know, and get away with it. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I think it was just a little bit sneaky. That's the one, Oldie. I can remember. I think it was you as well, mate. When a few of the facts come out, you know, it's not the first time I've heard people saying that they're shocked by what they've heard. But don't get me wrong, I've never denied it that me and Mrs. Moon together, mainly me, not so much Mrs. Moon, but I was a big fan of the ref. To the point where, like Norris, he probably would have been one of the people who I would have met up offline. Like we were going to arrange like to play golf or whatever. So not only did Norris fall for it, but he nearly had me as well, guys. And that's what got my back up. Because I know Norris is definitely no mug. And I like to think I'm no mug. It's not the first time I've heard that one. I had the fact notification. That statement there by yourself. It's not the first time I've heard them words used. But like I say, I'm not going to turn this into the pod refs witch hunt, but I still think the pod ref's about, guys. Still think he's about. In different chats, different accounts. He hasn't slipped up yet, but I think he will slip up and someone will be onto him. But there's people who just come on YouTube and wait for people to slip up, and he is one of them. He's either very clever, he's playing it very clever, but there's no way that you go from being on YouTube as much as the ref was to just not coming on again. There's just no way. It just doesn't happen like that. It's too much cold turkey. But I think he's having fun. He's amusing himself under different account names. Sean Wayne, big up Sean Wayne. One of my good mates. Always pops in to say, "All right, don't you, mate?" Sean Wayne's getting a few spanners, you know, and he's one of these guys, you know. You give Sean Wayne a spanner, and he's going to do a job for you, basically. Takes his spanner role like quite serious, but at the same time, good lad. That's it, Aldi. That's it, mate. That's it. Like Mermaid was at the main beef with the Podref. The Mermaid's still here now. Where's the Podref? It speaks for itself for me. It's just having the proof, isn't it? But like I say, I think there'll be mistakes making, so mistakes made. So, but he just seemed to slip. Nobody just slips away like that under that controversy. No one does that. Well, not in my eyes, anyway. And I'm the same, right? Facts. It's all about the facts. Mermaid was only last night. I said it because, like I say, I think Norris was skirting over, from what I gathered on his chat last night. Donna and the UK lady, and I could be wrong, but I think that conversation was based around the Podref. And from what I could be wrong though, I don't know whether Donna was a fan or not, but doubting she was because she's friends with you, Mermaid, isn't she? So I'm guessing she wasn't a big ref fan. But I don't know. For me, it's a bit weird because it seems like he's getting protected. I think he's getting protected. Like whether he's got something, whether he has a hold over certain people, or he's got some information on people, and that's why they keep him quiet. That's one of my theories. But I don't know. There's something strange going on there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what I thought. Yeah. Roses, we all met in the. A lot of people who I talk to now, we all met in that site, didn't we? Like, and Roses will tell you, Salone Roses, Mick Johnson, I'm sure you another one, mate. The ref could go live at any time, and within a minute or two, he'd have 20 of his regulars, no matter what time of the day. That's the type of channel he had going and the respect he had. But there was an underlying just a bit of dodginess going on, you know. And I didn't see it. Mrs. Moon would tell me all the time. She said there's something not right. But yeah, sucked a lot of people in. I mean, just look at the subs he had. The subs, and he was absolutely flying. He brought all the lasses together. Emma, Lindsay, Jojo, they all met on that channel. And that channel come out from the Podcast Refs channel. But have you noticed how he never ever gets mentioned on there? And why is that? Why is that, guys? Definitely a rabbit off somewhere. That's what I mean, Roses, he did. So how is it that he just give all that up and he wasn't bothered? When he lost his channel, that was another red flag, that one, when he said he lost his channel, all this stuff got deleted. That didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense at all. That somebody basically was saying that somebody he woke up on a morning, and I know at the time he was having a bit of chew with Ashstring, and he sort of used that as an excuse, but it didn't wash with me, that one. Nobody gets hacked and not this day and age. Not the Podref anyway. There's bigger channels to fry. So that was a little red flag to me. the facts onto it. I think the ones who know sort of know. We all have the same sort of theories. That's the one. I'll be honest, guys. Like this, I know there's only 12 people in here now, and I didn't come on here this morning to talk about this, but I said we could end up talking about anything. But there hasn't been that many platforms that'll talk about this subject. I mean, even me, I've got a lot to say about it, but I've kept quiet myself because I wanted more proof. Well, the guy's name's out there, isn't it? The guy's name's out there. Everyone knows his name now. But I will safely say that it was very rare I missed any of the podcast lives, and not once did I see anything that mentioned any of his kids, or because he always kept his kids and the mother of his kids, who I believe isn't his wife. He never. It was a bit. Even that was strange. The fact that somebody had 2 kids and the amount of time he spent on YouTube without ever really talking about his girlfriend or his wife. I don't think you can spend that much time on YouTube without involving your partner, like in some form. Yeah, Mick, you were an OG from the Podref, weren't you? Where was that little? Yeah, in fact, that is not a bad shout. That's not a bad little shout. I like Lindsay, I do. But I see where you're coming from. Jim, everyone check Zeus's comment out there. I'd like that, Jim, because people are skirting around it, aren't they? But I think it is worthy of its own live stream, like, because I'm telling you, there'll be a lot that'll come out there, and there'll be a few eyebrows raised, tell you. So if you want to do that, Jim, I'm sure that'll you know what, my mate? He won't deny that. But believe me, Jim is in the same boat as us. He's of the same opinion. He's not Team Ref. Well, anyone who knows the situation, knows Jim, knows that what he thinks. But just looking at a few of them comments now, it's starting to stirring up a few thoughts. But I think that'd be well worth doing, Jim, next week. There you go. Look at that statement. And that's why you don't judge a book by its cover. You never judge a book by its cover, because people who watch my lives and know the type of people, know the people who come in my chats, and they're all legends, man. And that's, like I say, I can sit and talk to my chat and waffle on like I do for an hour and a half. I've been waffling on. A little bit of music in the background. they're all decent people, man. You know what I mean? And like fact notification, I'm not even gonna spend much time on this, right? Because he does get a bit of hate. He does get a bit of hate, but not off me, not off Jim. Comes in here and he probably does bite his tongue, you know what I mean? But that's just out of a bit of respect for my channel, to be fair. Like he'll go on another channel and he'll proper rip into people, but that's just the way it is. He's got a partner there, Judy, because I call him Punching Judy. It's Fact and Ultra Collective. And funny as one, proper funny. There's a few double acts on YouTube, isn't there? You know, people like go around in pairs, don't they? Get up there. It's one and only, another one. You know what I mean? He just like sees that Moon's live and he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to pop over and say all right to my mate Moon. That's what it's all about. Norris, you want to do this? You want to do it, mate? To everyone in the chat thing, because I think that's the one. That's the one, Swan. Just bringing us something different, you know what I mean? I mean, Jim's a little bit more controversial than me. You get to be in his bonnet, and you know he's just like that. You don't. I'll give you a little tip: don't mess with Zeus, right? No comment. Whatever he wants to call himself, don't mess with him because he's got a lot of time in his hands. He's great at research, and he'll finish it off. Just my little tip of the day, guys. Stay on the right side of Jim, you'll be all right. Plus, when he's really drunk, he gives money away as well. So it's always good to know, you know what I mean? But yeah, 5 minutes, Norris, and we'll go for it, mate, if you want. What are you, just a batty fish, mate? Absolute batty fish. Boss dog in the house. See, if you make Jim laugh as well, you're doing well because he's a right miserable kid. But he does laugh now and again. Am I up to date with the chat here? Are we doing all right or what? Because I get a little bit sidetracked. And is that music all right? Is it not too loud, no? That's it. It must be crazy, mustn't it? You know, well, we whinge about everything, don't we? We whinge when it's too hot. We whinge it's too cold. Thank you, live follower. Someone to be trusted there. You know, if that was the Northern King, he'd be saying, "Oh no, it's too low," and he'd have me blasting everyone's ears out. But yeah, guys, we're going to do this. I'm going to let Norris on in a minute. I'm going to put the link out. A few others can jump on if they want, and we'll see what happens. I didn't, like I say, I didn't come on here to talk about this subject, but like I say, anything I said, it could go anywhere. Hang about for 5 minutes, Swan, and you might get your wish, mate. So we all know, Norris has got a lot to say, you know. You don't. That's why I liked last night's live when he had I like it when Norris gets people on the panel, which he doesn't always do, we'll admit it. But it's good to hear Norris's view, Norris's opinions. I like them and I respect them, because I think we've got a bit in common, you know. So, mate, let's do this. See if I can show my technical skills off. I know Mrs. Moon will be listening to this, thinking, "Oh my God." There you go, bro. Let's get something popping off. Here we go, guys.
Yes, mate, it's me. Don't worry, you're not going to get a big willy across the screen.
I didn't ask you for a face check or anything there, mate.
I've quickly shouted it so you didn't have to, mate. That's it. No, I just wanted to. I heard you. I was listening in then, mate, and I just want you to know. He's got nothing on me except for he knows my name. He knows where I live because I was sound enough to go pick him up and do a bit of training because I thought he was all right.
Yeah.
But that's just me being an all right guy. There's
you weren't in my mind when I said that. I do have a few people in mind, but you weren't one of them when I said.
But I do tread carefully because of those reasons. I understand that this is not a man that I might have thought he might have been at the. I don't know this man. If he's doing the things he was doing and got caught doing, I don't know him obviously. So I'm thinking, hang on a minute. This guy knows my name and he's met my son and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, I don't want all my private information banging out there. So I tread very carefully. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that people can get nasty. Do you know what I mean?
And it speaks volumes, right? The people, anyone who knows Norris, right? Norris is no mug, right? And Norris is not one to meet people off YouTube. And the fact that he did meet the ref, it's sort of like it pricks your ears up. You know what I mean?
Well, what I do, mate, I always say, like, I throw it out there, don't I? And I go, well, if you ever want to do any training or you want to meet up, or actually let us know. And no one ever takes me up on it. So it's like a bit of an empty threat. But he went, yeah, go on then. So I was like, yeah, all right then, yeah. So, and literally, honestly, it was pick the guy up, drive to the gym, do a bit of training, drive him home. That was it. Do you know what I mean? And it's a bit annoying for me, really, because I never step out the box. And the one time I did, it just makes me look like I'm some kind of like, like I'm in groups and shit. It was just and he would admit it himself. He's in groups and that. I ain't in no groups. I don't speak to these people.
So can I ask you a question then, Norris?
Ask me anything, mate.
Have you been in touch with the ref, or has he
He spoke to me. He spoke to me. He rang me, and I don't mind talking about this because it's, I'm a bit of an open book.
Yeah.
He rang me about a week or so after it all sort of went off, and then he just said, "Look, I'm just letting you know, I would never," because I said on a live, he must have overheard me on a live. I said, "Look, it's making me nervous because I don't know enough about this man, and he knows things about me. He knows where I live. You know what I mean. I don't want that all putting out there, so somebody can ring the social services and make lies up and police at me door. And, you know what I mean? Because that's what people love. Pizzas when I'm lying watching a film with my missus. You know what I mean? You don't need that hassle. It's not because I've got anything to hide. It's just because I don't need that hassle. And he just rung me up and said, "Listen, just to let you know, there's not a chance I would ever do that." I said, "That's fine, mate. That's all I want to know. I don't want to discuss anything." When people start trying to get into other shit, like, "Well, what about this?" And I'm like, whoa, that'll do me, mate. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. Peace out. You know what I mean? And I've got nothing, there's nothing personal against the guy. He's always been right with me, but I'm not into...
You know what it was, Norris? It was like you were both good for each other at the time, right? Because his channel, you were more established, right? You're like a respected person in the community, right?
Well, thank you. Yeah, cheers, man. I didn't think that, but yeah.
You're a cool person to know, right? And everyone likes being associated with Norris, you know what I mean? and I think the ref seen that, and he jumped on it.
Well, it was no. I think what it was, mate, and I blame myself a little bit because I've seen that many lads that I thought are all right, and I've never reached out to them, and I see them go down this path, and they end up getting completely consumed with YouTube. So I reached a hand out, but I wasn't clever enough. I didn't do enough research. He was already too deep in. Do you know what I mean? I just seen him and reached my hand out like an idiot. Like, oh, you're right, mate. But you know, I was pretty new to the channel. The first time I spoke to him was the first time I spoke to him on the channel. Do you know what I mean? It was like he'd well established his channel. I mean, I'll be honest, when I first started watching it, I remember like my initial thought was, yeah, he needs to stop going on about people because it's going to come on top for him. Do you know what I mean? But then I thought he's got big balls and good on him. You know, he's putting a face to it. So I kind of sort of thought, hey, he's all right. And then reached a hand out, and like you say, he was right. But it's all a bit weird, mate, because I'm not into people being my best mate and that. I'm not that kind of person. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a loner anyway. It's like me and you. We've known each other for a long time, and I've never asked you for your number, have I?
No.
Don't need to. It's not. And when people get a bit like that, I get a bit weirded out by it. So I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit weirded, but it was right. You know, he wasn't pushing the boundaries or anything. He knew what he understood me enough to know that, you know, Norris is a bit of an odd lad, and you kind of leave him to it a bit, and he's right with you, you know.
Yeah, but it was good content for him as well. I mean, everyone wanted to see. Everyone could sort of see the buzz of like Norris and the pod ref. It was a good little couple, you know what I mean? And it was good content.
Well, I didn't really see it like that. I seen it as I wanted to help him and not like. It sounds terrible, like I'm like some kind of savior, but I seen it as he's going down the road and this lad's going to get consumed by YouTube. And I thought if I can reach out to him, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to partner up and we're going to have T-shirts, Ref and Norris, and like, you know what I mean, my goofy head on him. It wasn't like that at all. It never would be. It was just, if I can steer him out of the way of that and try and get him into the humorous side of it, maybe I can jump on the lives and we can have a bit of a laugh together, get a few guys on like yourself and just make it light-hearted. But he was too up for the, the dramas of it.
Well, look at that comment there, right, from Fact Notification. That just about sums it up, right, in a little sentence, right? In a roundabout sort of way. You can't really argue with that. That's the way I seen it. When you look back, all the signs were there. He was all for the women, like, you know.
Well, that for me, I mean, like it's the same advice I'd give with anybody. If you're even if you're not in a relationship, whatever you're doing on here, just be very respectful to women, and don't sexualize women online. I mean, I'm not like, I don't know whether he did. I wasn't witness to anything like that, but it's just, you know what I mean. You don't get involved with that side of it. And anyone who knows me will know that is the first bit of advice I would give anybody. You know, you treat women with respect, and it's not something. This isn't fucking Grindr or Tinder. Do you know what I mean? This is somewhere, not for me anyway. I'm not here for that reason.
And don't you think though, Norris, like up until last night, I missed the start of your live, and when I put it on, you had Donna and UK Lady on, and was that conversation about the ref, or was that?
Yeah, and I'm a little bit upset. A little bit upset, really. I read a comment before from UK Lady on one of the things, and she put, "I'm a little bit upset with me, because I let racism in the chat," and I was like, I'd never do that. Do you know what I mean? Don't be daft, you know, like. And she said if he didn't see it, you know, like, but I didn't. You know, if somebody's putting racist stuff in my chat, I wouldn't be okay with that. It's like this now. I'm not even looking at your chat, mate. I'm just chatting away. I'm engaging with the conversation with the person next to me. I don't really engage with the chat when somebody's on. That's why I don't really have people on.
Yeah, like Mrs. Moon there, she'll tell you. She said there that I lapped it up, which I did. I love the ref. I bigged him up. I was itching to get on his panel. It was just somebody who was like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, let's just cut the bullshit, right? At the end of the day, he got caught trolling, right? People want to know the reason why. I couldn't tell you the reason why. I couldn't tell you. If I knew, I'd tell you. That's the point. Is people are like basically going, "Why were you trolling this person? Why did you go?" And then he's saying, "Because they doxed my kids." So them two people, they need to really have that conversation, or not have the conversation at all. Draw a line under it. One go one way and one go the other way. That's the way I view it, anyway. Because that's like when you cut all the bullshit out, That's what it is. Is there's an underlying reason why people were getting trolled, and people want to know what. I think some people do know. I don't. I've got an idea. I could guess.
Yeah.
I could guess. I've got an idea, but no one's told me the reason why.
Yeah. Like Mermaid was right in the thick of it. I think she's got her own views and that, and based on whatever happened to her. But it's these things that new stuff's coming out all the time, and I just think it's a bit strange.
I wish, mate, I'd never got involved with any of it. I wish I'd never got involved with anyone. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. Like, wish I'd never met, but you know what I mean? That's how it makes you feel. Because all it was for me was like an innocence, and like you're looking at it now, and it's like there's loads of other shit going on that I had no, you know what I mean? That I've got no idea of. And then all of a sudden, like, like when you're on there then and you were saying like, there's people skirting over it. And I feel like I am, but I want to, because it's a minging subject. Like, it's all disgusting to me.
Yeah, but don't you think, Norris, that the fact that you want to put it under the carpet, or it sends out a message, doesn't it? Like there is something to hide type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, listen, I get you, and I can tell you exactly what I know. And what I know is that he got caught trolling people. He's accusing her. I didn't see that. He's accusing her of doxing his kids and things like that online.
Did you see any of that? Because I didn't see any of that.
I was drunk one night, and this is as much as I know about it. I was drunk. I come home and I fired a live up, and he jumped on. Dead random. Had not been, people thought it'd been arranged beforehand. No, it hadn't. I don't speak to the ref on the phone. I definitely not. The one time I spoke to him, it was when he was okaying me to say, look, I'm not going to put your details out there. I'm not that kind of person. What are you talking about? And I was like, right, oh, thank God for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's just how it went,
I think that was his mistake, and he seems to think that it's sort of the fact that he actually owned up to being a troll for a day to troll Mermaid, right? He seems to think that that's okay.
Yeah, and that's the only bit. That's the only issue I've got.
That's not okay.
And like, come on. There was probably a few. I was getting a bit that night, and there was a few getting a bit that same night, and there was like a bit of a group going on, a bit of a group thing. I'm not daft, I could see what was going on. I mean, I'm not accusing him of that because I don't know for sure. But there was a group of people with about 5 accounts just killing people off. I mean, I was getting accused of all sorts in chats that night. But I mean, like I say, I'm not going to go and accuse anybody because I don't know. Could just be a randomer, just seen my name and thought, I'll give him shit. You're never to know, are you? And I mean, I've had a few.
To be the person on the wrong end of a troll, like a nasty troll, it must be horrible,
Yeah, it's pretty nasty, mate. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I just try and block it out. Like, I've had a couple of nasty comments. Like,
but to think that it's okay to, like, he openly admitted to being this mermaid is a bacon or whatever. And he seems to think that that's all right. The fact that
he knows how I feel about normalizing that word. He knew how I felt about it. So that's I feel a certain way about people that make that word to be nothing. I'll use that word when it's needed, not just to. Do you know what I mean? You can't be calling sort of. Whatever. Yeah, it's just mental.
Eddie, the thing with Eddie Hearn, yeah, right? Because he took Eddie Hearn under his wing, right? Now we all know Eddie, right? Eddie's a young kid. Eddie might not be very good with words or coming across with words, and the ref knew this, and that's why he went in on Eddie, because he knew that he could wipe the floor with him in a chat, and he would the same with Ash String. He's quite willing to spend time on a panel with Ash String arguing with, because he knows that he'd probably verbally he could win the battle with Ash String. It was the same with Eddie for me. Eddie knows what he wanted to say, but he struggles to put it across. But Eddie does think he's wrong, and for me, going in on Eddie, it was like a cheap shot for me. You still there, no?
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, I had it on mic. I had the mic on mute. I'm going to be honest, and I believe they were all at it in the backgrounds. I think like there was a group of them, and they were having a bit of a laugh in WhatsApp and maybe winding people up, this, that, and the other. And it's all I believe they're all like, and I'm just guessing because there's that many like things that get said in these chats that only certain people would know. Do you know what I mean? And for me, I think that side of it, it's of no concern to me. There's no way of proving it. I'm not going to go out my way to start tracking IP addresses and shit. But one thing that does annoy me is like the dragging, like this business of like I don't want to be connected to that shit. It's not. That's not what I was there for. I was there because I thought it was all right. We're having a bit of a laugh, and then all of a sudden, you've got like 10 troll accounts that are being accused of him, and people get carried away. They get way carried away. Like before you know it, he's the man that killed Jesus Christ on the cross. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to find the fact from the fiction, and what I know to be fact is he trolled Mermaid. What I don't know is why, because he's saying that it's because of she brought his kids up. I know this much. I know she mentioned his name when I was drunk one night. I looked in the chat and I seen that she'd mentioned his name, but I'm pretty sure he put his name out there. But she shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say that, but he called her a bacon. So it's like tit for tat craziness. And it's annoying, mate. I don't want out to do with it. It's minging. But I just want to get the elephant out of the room so we can all move on from it.
Yeah, that's that. It's just it's a bit weird how even now, right? It's like we're all walking on eggshells when we mention his name, and it's like, well, no one's bothered.
Well, he's a nasty piece of work, isn't he? Let's have it right. Let's have it right.
We're walking on eggshells, and I'm like, why the hell is everyone skirting around this topic?
Well, from what I'm gathering from his, I mean, I'm sure he's a really nice family man and things like that, but he's one of them guys that if he believes he's right, he'll just go in deep, real deep, low, and that's obviously where I'm at with it. That's how I feel about him a little bit. And guys like that, it leaves a bit of a distaste in my mouth. And I'm not like saying I hate him or anything like that. It leaves a distaste in my mouth, and it's not for me, that behaviour. I'm just here for a bit of a laugh, do you know what I mean? Bit of like lightheartedness, and it got a bit too serious, all that for me, and that's why, mate, people are swerving that conversation, because he's obviously as well. I don't know this to be true. I'm just guessing. He's obviously got a lot of friends in the background that come on these channels still. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's highly likely, mate. It's highly likely. And
probably still speaks to a lot of them, and I'm in a unique position that I don't really speak to anybody offline. So, and I did for a while with him. How's it going, mate? Do you want to meet up for this bit of a gym session? Yeah, great. Should we go to the Friday Night Fight Club? But, that's what it was. Not the Friday Night Fight Club. The originally when we said we were going to drive up and go to the that's it, Friday Night Fight Club. But yeah, that's all it was, mate. There's no. Maybe send him the odd silly video, that shit like that. But it's once it gets weird for me, mate, I can't be dealing with it.
Yeah,
plays on my mind.
I find myself, right, even now, and Mrs. Moon's the same, always looking at names in chats and always thinking to myself, who's that? And Mrs. Moon's the same, she'll be like, that sounds like the ref, and months after we're still talking about it, and I think he has got multiple accounts. I'll be totally honest with you. That's my theory, that he is in a lot of chats.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of them out there like that. It annoys me a little bit, because if they just had it out, had a slanging match, but he's been evicted from the Big Brother house, and that's the end of it, really, isn't it? It's like, I think everybody's kind of. There's no real coming back from that kind of thing, is there? I don't know. Fuck knows. Who am I to say?
So you can quite happily go on now, Norris. Like from this minute now, you put it to bed, have you now?
For me, yeah. It's not relevant to me. Do you know what I mean, Moon? It's not a relevant thing to me. I don't know the guy anymore. I spoke to him for about a week, something like that. I was nice with him like I was with anyone else. And that's it, really. But what more can I say? I don't really know much more than that. But I don't want people thinking I'm being a shithouse and like I've got all these secret things I'm holding back.
Last night? How did you get onto that topic last night?
Well, I just opened the panel up and I said anybody who wants to, but by all means, people can still talk about it in my chat. I'm not like banning it, like nobody approach me about it. I'm just letting you know that's all I know. And any more that I would be saying about it would be me clickbaiting it. Do you know what I mean? It'd be me like going, right, guys, you know what I mean? And I'm not about that. I mean, other people, I've got no issue with not saying anyone's clickbaiting it, but I've got no issue. I wouldn't call anybody for having a live about it and discussing it because it's a relevant topic at the moment. I'm not, but me personally, that's all I really know about it. And when I put the live out, the open panel last night, that's what everyone seems to want to talk about. So I'll let them carry on, let them discuss it.
Yeah, like this girl here, Donna. I know Donna's been about for a long time, hasn't she? I've seen her in chat. She does like say hi and whatever, but that's all I know about Donna. And I'm assuming you were friends with her, aren't you?
It's just people that have been in these chats for years, mate. They've been in here for years. I've had laughs with them like 6 years ago in chats and things like that. I've never been given the numbers. I've never added them on Instagram. I just come on here and have a laugh, and that's, you know what I mean. And that's what I like about a lot of these people. They don't want to get overly involved with everything, but she's always seemed really bang on in all the chats. Never had an issue. Always had me back if anyone's ever bullshitted or said anything about me that weren't true. These people have always had my back. They've never come in fake accounts like that I've seen. Yeah, they just seem like old members of the community that just like hover about and just watch the shows and know a little bit about stuff.
Yeah, welcome Boss Dog's in the house. I don't know if you can see him there, Norris. Do you know Boss Dog, yeah?
The man with the mustache.
Yeah,
he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for how quick he can grow a tash.
Kid, that's a real Three Musketeers, isn't it?
Oh, it was the Eddie Murphy look yesterday, Norris.
Before I had that gone, so it was like, but this a little.
He's got the soul chip now.
Got the optional extra this time, man.
He's living the dream, Norris. You've seen his gap, haven't you? He's the proper bachelor pad, you know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
Sure enough. I'll see a nice lit up, man. I'll put the umbrella up in a bit now.
Sweet, mate. Nice. Good stuff.
Down there.
Nice bit of decking for the balcony.
Pool table, boxing bag there. I've got the boxing there as well.
Yeah, when you need someone to show you how to work that properly, mate, give us a ring.
Yes, darned up, man.
Boss Dog, you must subscribe if you haven't already to Norris for his little short videos, his boxing skills.
I will. I can box, like, if you know what I mean. I've never really taken it seriously, but I was diagnosed with AS at 22.
Oh, right.
So it's I got brittle bone disease, bro. I haven't got much core strength, do you know what I mean? So I got to work on that and build it up. But it's there to be had. It's just, it just takes so much more effort than,
I have a similar thing. It's called it reactive arthritis. I had it when I was a kid, and I was in a wheelchair for a long time. And what happens is, when I get an infection, all my hips and my arms swell up, and my shoulders slip out, and all my, my elbows break really easy, and my shoulders slip out, and all my hips, I get like cracks in my hips. I went to get a scan on my arm a bit back, and he said, you broke your elbow about 6 times. I was like, okay, I don't even know.
Do you know what?
Fractures.
There are over 100 different forms of arthritis. Yeah, there's juvenile arthritis you can get as a kid.
Yeah, that's what I got. We call it reactive.
It's reactive. I got psoriasis that go with it. Usually, on an autoimmune disease, you have two diseases that run parallel with each other. So mine's the ankylosing spondylitis, and it's the psoriatic arthritis or whatever. And I have flare-ups, man. And when I flare up, I'm in a bad place. My hips are gone, my legs are gone, shoulders gone. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I've had serious issues with me teeth, my bones, and they reckon that's connected to it.
Yeah, I've had, got everything. The only thing I haven't had is the iritis.
Right.
Which, you can go blind from that. You know what I'm saying? There's people with my disease in wheelchair. Everyone's different, man. Everyone has a different time of it. It's different for everyone.
It is, guys. Age creeps up on you, doesn't it? Right. And I have got I still think I'm 21, mate, and I'm nearly 50, but you don't realise that.
You look good for it, bro.
Sorry?
You look good for it.
Well, I know I look great for my age, right? I'll admit that, but it's like you don't realise that you're right. I'm right bang in the middle of like when you start looking for lumps and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't think about it.
Diet, you know, boys. It's all about diet. I'm telling you.
100%.
Diet. I cured myself with a good diet.
That's what I'm trying to do
really
now.
good. Only whole foods. No anything in a packet. Swerve it. It's full of fucking cancer and shit. But I mean, I swell up. Like recently, I've gone off that diet, and all my internals, I feel like I'm all swollen up. Diet is such a massive part.
It is,
Yeah.
man. It is, but it's an addiction as well. It's like I'm exactly the same. Diet for me is everything, yeah. And where have I just been? McDonald's.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like crack. It's worse
Yeah,
than
it
drink.
is.
It's like crack and heroin and drink, and that's why I'm on here really, because my addiction is food. And if I can come away from food, the shit food, I got an amazing life. If I eat shit, then I got a shit life. It's that simple, and I can't do the things that I want to do because I haven't got the energy. I'm in too much pain, and it all comes back to what you eat. Because what you eat, is the difference between flaring and that. So you know about leaky gut syndrome, yeah? How the bad foods leak out your gut and attacks your cartilage, attacks your organs, and this and that. And you know, if you got a problem and you learn, you got to, you know, if you suffer with something, suddenly you become a grade A student on that. You know more about your disease than your doctor, because your doctor doesn't suffer with that. He might know the disease, but he hasn't met enough people with it. If you want,
he told me when I was like, there was a doctor told me I was like 14. He said you'll never. He got me out. He got my shoulder, and he rotated the cuff, and he moved my knee and my hip, and he listened, and he said you'll never box ever. You'll never box. Stop it in bags. He said don't do it, or you'll be in a wheelchair when you're an old man. And I managed to box, spar, do what I want, mate. That's it. Just sorted my diet out.
How long were you in a wheelchair for then? Did you fuck yourself
Probably
up?
it wasn't long. It was like 2 6-month periods as a kid. But I was also in traction. You know when they put weights on the end of your legs. What do they call it? Yeah, traction. I was in a bit of an hospital bed for probably 8 months, something like that. Yeah, that was.
You were in a bad way early. So without having it so severe from an early age, that changed you. You had no choice but to get the diet sorted to sort your life out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was. It just came. It was weird. It kind of, as I got older. Don't get me wrong. I even right now, like I'll feel it in little aches and pains, but as I got older, I kind of sort of learned to live with the pain a little bit of it. So like when we were jogging on at the gym and things like that, I remember I'd be in loads of pain, but as soon as I got my weight right down and sorted my diet out, I could manage the pain better. Yeah.
A lot of it is managing the pain and getting through that pain level, training through that pain level, which is tolerable because the diet's okay. Without the right diet, you won't have the right pain level.
It's game over, mate. I couldn't jog a mile without the right diet and things. I struggle.
Bro, I can't even jog because of my back. I can't even jog. You know what I mean? It's I struggle to walk at times. You know what I'm saying? And
would you say you were quite? Are you an active person then, Boss Dog?
Oh, I was an amazing footballer, cyclist. I could do anything. I was literally.
But not so much now, though, because that's what I worry about, keeping active. You know,
I'm active. I'm active. On a good day, I'm active, and I can still do things. But I can't cut my toenails. I struggle to put on my socks. There's been bad times where I can't bend down and pick up something off the floor. Like, so when you got a physical trait like plumbing, and it's just you can't be there with limitations. And in the end, it was killing me. It was killing me just physically, pain wise, and mentally, because it was just a massive stress. Like, but what you say there, Moon, about being 21, in your mind you're 21, and so sometimes your body can let you down because it's getting older. But my mind is still that warrior. Do you know what I'm saying? I have that no fear mind still, but then I think about it and think, fuck me, I can't even move. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, right, how can I have that mind, and yet when it comes to it, I can't even move? But when adrenaline kicks in, boom, all that pain goes. You suddenly become free again, because adrenaline, it can either go two ways. It can. I think
that's why I was obsessed with boxing as a kid. You're right, mate. I think that's why I was obsessed with boxing, because that adrenaline dump.
Yeah.
It was like it didn't matter. It didn't matter if my arms ranging off, my legs ranging off. Like I'll bite your shins off. It was like that kind of mentality, and that underdog thing, and it was a good feeling, mate. It was a rush.
I've been in a
Weird
bad
rush.
way, and when adrenaline kicks in, I've gone and done the business, jumped over walls a lot, and I look back and I think, how the fuck? It baffled me. I think, how the fuck was that possible? But it's adrenaline. When adrenaline takes over, and you've got 3 guys with bats on the scene, and you're chasing them down 10 blocks. It's like, rah, man, how the fuck did I even put myself in that position? How the fuck did I manage to do that and jump over walls and shit? And then a day later, I can't move. I'm in bed again because the adrenaline ain't there. And I'm paying for the moves I'd done the day before, jumping over walls and shit. And I think I paid for it, but I didn't feel it then. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can go off and do a load of work now and batter myself, but it just means I'll spend the next week doubled up in bed in pain. So,
It's like the gazelle, mate. It's like the gazelle.
But
It runs before it sees the lion.
That's what I'm saying. But it's that balance, and I know for me the best thing is diet, and I can still have it some sort. I can still do little fiddles and still do little bits and bobs, but to get the best out of that, I need to get on the diet. I'll never be the plumber I once was. I wouldn't want to be there back there like that. You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense too, but that is still, is around there for me, and I want to just be active, because when you're not active, when you have days of just days going tits up because your back is in half, that's when your mind starts going, and you wish you had the body, you wish you had the health to go out there, and it starts with just what have you got to do. It's there for anyone can make that change and just get the better life, but it's hard to sometimes when, as I say, my big downfall is food.
Just going on about the diet thing, though, what's different with you and Norris and myself? Norris is married, yeah. He's got the family. So your wife does a lot of cooking, Norris, or do you do a lot of it?
Me, I do all cooking, me, mate.
Do you?
Most of it, yeah, 90% of it.
Yeah,
I do all my
just having the time to do it, like that's the thing with me. Mrs. Moon's she likes to cook. She always loves to put a dinner in front of me, and that's where I eat the most when she cooks. Otherwise,
we swapped roles. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, we just decided to swap roles. We were like, right, fuck it. My wife's business made more than my business, so she just said, whatever bits you've got, just sell them up. And
for me,
you go and you can be the housewife. And I was like, yeah, go on then. Why not? Fuck it.
That's the way. I do enjoy cooking, but where it's changed and it's all challenging now is I can't really. I gotta leave out the starch. So anything that's got starch in it, I gotta cut that off. So yeah, it's just
can't do pastas and shit, mate.
I can't do pasta bread and all this shit. So yeah, I had a cheap.
Try wholemeal bread toasted though. Wholemeal bread toasted ain't that bad because when you toast it, it gets rid of a lot of the shit.
It's still got starch in it.
Right,
there is a bread out there, man, that hasn't got that thing in it. But as I say, I've had a couple of months of going strict, failed. Had a couple of months going strict again and failed, but I've never quite gone 100%, and I've only managed to do it a couple of months at a time. And I look at my legs, man. If I could show you my legs, can you see my legs there?
Yeah, shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's the back of my legs, man. The front's better because the tan's got on them. I've had a bit of a tan, but I've got psoriasis going up there. I've got it on both elbows. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's just, for me, when I was having the flakiness around the back of my ear, and there was a discharge from the back of my ear because there was so much psoriasis. Yeah, it was discharging. It was horrible. And that panicked me, man. I thought, what the fuck's going on here? So, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom and you got to hit that panic state to think, right, I got to do something about it. So the next day, I went Aldi, got all the greens, got everything, and started eating like a king, like I was Conor McGregor suddenly.
Yeah, you definitely hit rock bottom if you're jizzing out the back of your ear, mate. You're right.
Yeah, if you ain't thinking like that and having that motivation, then death is at the door. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's no point waiting for your 5 a day until you're on your hospital bed. You need it now. Do you know what I'm saying? And you need to live regimen by it, because without it,
conditions, boss dog, like psoriasis and stuff. Is it a fact that the stress can make them conditions worse?
Stress triggers it. Stress triggers it massively. Stress is a massive trigger. If I stress, bam, you'll see it come up within 20 minutes.
Crazy, isn't it?
Bam.
I am lucky. I touch wood. I have never had anything seriously wrong with me. I've never spent
Yeah,
a lot of time in hospital. And
what
I've
you
been,
got to think is I've had 10 years of stress on and off, yeah. So take away the stress and I'm doing better. If I'm stuck in that catch 22 of always stressed,
It's
always
stress that causes it, I believe. My dad
100%,
died
but
early from stress.
you know, you can think today's going to be a good day. Today I'm going to do the right things. But if you're still stressed for whatever reason, you can't begin to heal. Do you understand? You can eat the good foods, but if you're stressed for whatever reason, you're not healing. You need to eliminate the stress, relax, be happy, find your happiness, man. You know, and believe it or not, those 3 meals a day should make us happy. A roof over our head should make us happy. Just the basics in life should be making us happy. And a lot of you know, there's a lot of materialism in the world, and it makes us unhappy. And our minds can become a little bit warped because of it.
What I
Yeah,
will say though, you know, you're probably in a bit of a position where I am. You've got a nice little setup there. You know, you do your own thing. A lot of people haven't got that, and it makes them bitter. And there's a lot of that goes on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bitterness. I've been noticing a little bit of it. You know, like people that really get involved in people's business because they're gutted that they're not doing that.
they're unhappy in their own lives. And when you're unhappy in your own life, you find fault in other people's. And
Listen, boys, I'm going to shoot anyway. I've got shit to do today. I just moon tempted me on. Thanks for having me on, man.
bless up, Norris. Good
Oh,
chatting to you, mate.
it always happens when I jump on a panel or someone jumps on with me. I keep them waffling on for hours.
Messages.
But
Yeah, I better get busy anyway,
mate,
boys.
For,
Bless up, Norris. Good to meet you, mate.
yeah, we'll see more of Norris, like Boss Dog. He's one
Yeah,
of the
I'm
good
just catching
ones.
up on these comments, man. Because
Yeah, I know there's a Punch and Judy are in now, guys. Ultra Collective and Fact notification. That's Punch and Judy who
bless up, Dave Smithers, man.
Smithers is in there, the gaffer.
Yeah, man. Just reading the chat quickly.
There's a newbie in here, Jenny K. Respect for coming over.
Yeah, mate knows the score, man. He's got the fibromyalgia. But how would you say? Yeah, man.
So what's the plan for today, Boss Dog? Are you still just sunbathing, like chilling?
Just chilling. Oh, man, trying to keep cool today, man. I've gone off, got a new metal charger, super strong, 12 quid, so I was buzzing with that. I had a look at the a little stand for my thing, 360 type stand, but I didn't really like it, to be honest, man. And I've seen nicer out there, and I'm fussy and shit with colors. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna have it just because there's one or two on the shelf. Do you know what I mean? There's a whole world out there of fucking these things, and I'll pick the perfect one for me. There's no rush. Do you know what I'm saying? I got a little stand by there, a little tripod, but I haven't got the fucking cradle thing for it, man. Something I had off a lady, man, that died, innit?
Yeah, so what are you going to do live today, are you?
I do one every day when I know. I just a little popping off, and I done one late last night. Late like spliff before bed, and
So
it's just
good,
good, man.
One of these randomers like who does spontaneous lives and stuff.
Yeah, man. It's for me. It's just practice, man. And for me, there's
one.
no agenda. I'm not on here looking to bum lick people to try and get a hang. I'm just on here finding my feet. Yeah, like as you said with Podref. Yeah, he was a woman's man. This and that. Why straight away did he come on and have Ash McGiffin under his wing?
Mate, exactly my thoughts.
Yeah. Why are you jumping on someone else's little thing and getting so defensive over them? Is it because you want his clout and his followers and his lady friends? And do you know what I'm saying? Is a way. It's effectively grooming, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I could spot
right at that time when the ref was flying, he associated himself and Ash McGiffin wanted to be associated with the pod ref. And they were both flying. They had good channels, and it's no surprise that you don't see either of them anymore. Ash McGiffin seemed to go off the radar. I know he had his own problems with the Friday 3D Fight Club, but you know there were peas in a pod for me. Peas in a pod. Now looking back,
I found it quite raw. I mean, I'm just a watcher. I'm you know what I'm saying? Who am I? But when I put my comment forward, you know, to get it silenced like that, blocked, timed out, like it's worthless. Who am I? I'm just a troll. Right, call me a troll. But look where I am now. I'm here showing my face. I'm here building a channel, fresh. People like you. And it hasn't come with a diseased fucking, do you know what I'm saying? Now for me, for Ash McGiffin, there's a few days after that to put up the live about mental health and this and that. Right, you've just got a kid down from Wales. Yeah. You borrow 50 quid to give him 50 quid to get him down here on the fucking train. It's called grooming. Do you understand? And when you groom people for whatever reason, you can't come on a live and say, oh, my mental health, stop going out. It's just like, right, what about that guy's mental health you just fucking groomed and just made a fool out of? Come down and get your grand. And he's come down and he's just, do you know what I'm saying? Silly buggers.
They both got carried away with the hype, didn't they?
Yeah. As I said, the trolls, what are you doing, bro? You get paid before you go. You don't step up, you know what I mean? But these people will just sell you a dream. And it's amazing how vulnerable people fall for the dream. And when I see that with my own eyes, I don't like it, man. You know? And so it all fares out. You know, what happens, happens. I even said, show me that contract today. I bet it, he did come up with a contract, but he didn't come up with a grand, did he? And so it's just, it's all bullshit, isn't it?
Isn't that coming up soon, the next 3D Fight Club?
I'm still waiting for the expose on what happened to Kevin from the first one.
A few weeks ago, but it was absolutely shit, like, to be fair.
Well, the first one was brilliant because it involved the YouTubers. The second one won't involve no YouTubers. And so it won't, every single guy on there won't matter to us because we're not, you know what I mean? We're not relating to it. Put a couple of YouTubers on, we related to it. To be honest, the first thing.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes, the next production, because he had the production right. It was just a few things letting down, didn't it? You know what I mean?
Everything was spot on. Everything was brilliant. The fighters didn't get paid what they wanted. Yeah, big deal. It is what it is. Go on, man. But the shittiness around it was the fact. Okay, if there's no money in the pot to get him paid, great, bro. Just be truthful with people and say straight from the off, man. If Kevin robbed 7 grand, 5 grand, great. But it still wouldn't have been enough to pay for the 30 fucking wage bill. But suddenly, fucking Kevin robbed 25, 30 grand. It's just like, right, where's this coming from? No. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just
well,
like
what got me about that, right, was at that Decker fight, Dougie Joyce openly paraded £20,000, right, to bet. If he's got 20 grand to bet, why hasn't he got 800 quid to pay some of his fighters and get everyone on
even 8 weeks later, 9 weeks later, bro? 100%, bro.
If you've got
those
20
guys
grand to bet, it's just laughing.
You don't even need the contract these days. Just those texts and how those texts would have been worded is enough to go and get you 2 grand. If you know the right solicitor, you can go and get 2 grand. But because these guys are vulnerable, they ain't got solicitors linked to them. Yeah, they ain't got the money to invest in solicitors' letters and send them some scary letters to get their 2 grand. But just a text these days, if you don't need a contract, a text in writing is good enough. If it comes from that person, it's it's in writing, isn't it? In a text, you haven't got to sign it with a third person these days. It depends what it is, but something like it's business, isn't it? And I think you'd be surprised on the text like that. I think you'd be successful on a claim. But it's only because of all the videos that are out there and the way these boys have said, yeah, you'll get your money. This is the shit. Don't worry about the fighters. Don't worry about the tickets. We'll sort all that. You just concentrate on your training. And then obviously when it went tits up for them, oh, well, you didn't bring no one. Fucking laughable, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
It's all news, isn't it, now? Like, we've sort of got over that. I think what come out of that was the gypsy's word sort of got tainted, the gypsy code.
Yeah, man.
By this code, don't they? But I think it got a little bit tainted, that.
It's a shame, man, because the perception a lot of people have of gypsies and travelers, Dougie didn't really help that perception, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible shame, because if he had, as you say, that 20 grand at the fight, rather than flaunting 20 grand to try and look like a big man 2-3 months later, because it's laughing in the face of the people he's duped, yeah. If he had been a big man and said, guys, if I can afford to lose 20 grand on a fight, I can afford to pay my fighters and do right, and so the people respect my name, yeah. If he had done that, what would we be saying today? Dougie's a
That's all
top
he had
guy.
to do, though.
He
That
had
is
his
all
money
he
and
had
he
to do.
honoured
I
the
can't
fighters.
understand why he didn't do that. Obviously, that was
He
for the
don't give a
money.
fuck. 20 grand. He doesn't give a fuck about being called a fraud or whatever. Because 20, he'd rather keep 20 grand. Do you understand? You know, it's comes in measures, man. It's stunting, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's like Dougie Joyce the movie. Yeah, have you seen Dougie Joyce the movie?
I've seen the title. I've never watched it though. Like, what is it?
I haven't really watched it.
I
Obviously, you've seen the
don't watch
title.
it often. I
You've
don't
seen the
watch it
4
often.
guys, yeah, in front of the Range Rover. DJ One on the plate.
Right.
Do you know how much that plate is worth? DJ One.
DJ One. Cool. I wouldn't like to think a lot of money.
It's about £500,000.
Is it?
Yeah. So for you to have that plate on the front of your car, flexing on a YouTube video like it's yours, what are you trying to do to people? You trying to flex the fake, or do you know? Is it stunting? Is it? Because to me, that's trying to get people in, trying to make them think you're a millionaire. People trust these millionaires to do right by them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So already he's luring you into a false sense of security that this guy's balling. He ain't balling. That's fake. It's stunting. You know, if you had £500,000 invested in the plate, you'd be able to afford to pay your fighters, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well,
You know
it'll be interesting to see how the next one goes. Like, it should be. It's all been done on Instagram, all the advertising, hasn't it? Like, they haven't had the
man.
YouTubers.
As I say, good luck to him. He's got a little following, and he can make it work, man. You know. But for me, I wouldn't go that way. I wouldn't go. You know. It's
I'll be honest, I haven't heard anyone talking about it until I mentioned it there. I haven't heard the 3D Fight Club mentioned for weeks.
yeah, man. Well, I was on the Central Club last night, and it was mentioned in it. Joe Joyce, come on. No, Will Joyce, come on. Talking about Joe Joyce, and he mentioned the 3D Fight Club.
Yeah, the Friday Night Fight Club. The next one is next Friday, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't follow the Friday Night Fight Club.
Yeah,
Except from Film Boy about 2-3 weeks ago when he come on and insulted me. For fuck that. It's mad because I'd watched him for like the last 6 months. You know, I was addicted to the cesspit every night, man.
Yeah, I thought I would miss the cesspit more than I have done actually. With Film Boy being away for these few days, I haven't really missed it.
You know what I mean? It's power to the smaller channels really that have come out. Some things can get too big and it burns out. Yeah, and when something burns out, all these little bits of fire go and create new fires, and that's what it's doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything has its peak, and you know, Film Boy reached his peak a long time ago. You know, it's you know, the same with Trolls. You look at Trolls channel, and most of the people on Trolls channel, he ain't got 10,000, 8,000 subs. Half of those people are 10 accounts. So what is the true number of the people watching that thing? Do you know what I mean?
If you look at a lot of Paul's lives, right? If you look back on them, he'd have like maybe 500 on a good night, 500 in his chat, right? But
Yeah, man.
in a couple of days, his lives were getting like 5,000 views.
Yeah, man.
You know, like when you're getting that many and you've got 8,000 subscribers or whatever, it's. I mean, you can look into the analytics of it, find out who's watching you, and it's. I don't know. It's weird when you start doing these lives. You start looking at things like that. You know, Boss Dog.
Yeah, I know.
Who's subscribing and who's unsubscribing, and it gets a bit weird.
He was getting excited because there was people watching him in Australia, people watching him in China or something. He was getting proper excited, wasn't he?
Yeah. It's like you start getting interested about people and how they ended up. Like this Jenny Kay, I know I've mentioned it. I don't know how she's found this channel or whether it's somebody else and they've just changed the name. I don't know, but there's another one proud to be a Geordie.
Yeah,
I've seen this. I've seen that account about a little bit.
I tell you, someone who was a funny character to watch, and suddenly he's gone now, run off YouTube because of the way he acted to his missus. It'll come out was Paul Clayton.
Yeah, Juice Bomb.
And what was his missus called?
Steph. Well,
Steph, lovely girl.
Steph, right? You've got to, if you keep your eyes open, you sort of, when somebody spends a lot of time on YouTube, you learn about how people write. They have a certain way of putting things.
100%.
Yeah, and you can sort of notice it stands out in the chat. And that
Yeah, man.
Steph never showed her face, but she has changed her name more times than anyone else.
Man, didn't it?
But it's usually something to do with a dog in the title or a Geordie. And she's still doing that now. I think she is still in the community. Like, yeah.
She's away from Paul Clayton now, though, yeah, because that relationship was quite toxic, wasn't it?
Apparently. But, I mean, all that unfolded live, didn't it, on a bit too much.
It comes down to where'd you meet your guy? You picked him up as a patient, and that's half the problem. Leave these patients alone sometimes, innit, man? But you know me, they're there for a reason, man. And you can get involved. Yeah, that's the thing with work, man. And we're attracted to people we work with, and it's who we meet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So back to notifications. Steph has showed her face loads of times. Is that right? Because I've never seen her. I know she on. Are you on about on her account, like her avatar? Because that could be anyone. She's never been on a panel and showed her face, though. Surely she hasn't.
I gotta say though, man, you look at the way 3D used fighting trolls in the lead up to the first one.
Oh,
they were on there all the time, giving him the time.
Absolutely.
Dougie, Dean, Ash coming on, literally all that time. Even Johnny Jabman, God rest his soul, before he died, he's sending the money. 45 quid at a time, sometimes, or 25 quid at a time. Do you know what I mean? They were looking after him.
Yeah, we all got caught up in the hype. It was all people talked about for like weeks and weeks, wasn't it? And it all built up.
3 months before it was the subject, yeah, because trolls allowed it to be the subject, and even for 6 weeks after, it was still the subject. It was 4.5 months of 3D Fight Club being the subject. Why? Because trolls allowed it, and it got into his head. No, did he get treated fairly, considering his channel got used and this and that? Not really, no. But the boys are right. He should have created his own opportunity from that. If he was monetized or whatever,
yeah,
which he should have been. You look at the views he would have had. That look at the subject, the content he's at. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't make the most out of a good situation and being involved in something and creating a bit of hype for yourself, then if you can't make the best out of that, then nothing's guaranteed, is it?
Well, I've said, and I still say it now, that was the start of the downfall of after that fight. The hype, he was on such a high. He was on such a high with all the training with Venice and everything, and he was looking really good, and the content was flowing. And
100%.
After that, it's just all gone downhill for him.
It was a test on the night, and he failed it because he didn't put enough effort in training. He didn't have enough people down on the night supporting him, and it felt like, all right, in there they might have wanted trolls to win, but online everyone wanted Drink to win. And as I say, it's just
it was good it was on everyone's lips for weeks and weeks. I was looking forward to it. The night itself was great, apart from
it's because they're such characters and they both believe they were going to do the job, and you know what I mean. And I think after it humbled trolls quite a bit. Yeah, and it humbled him. It brought him down to his level, I think. It made him realize, and as a result, we found him out for what he really is, man. Just it's sad.
I hope he comes back though. I don't know if he will now. I don't think he'll ever come back with the same show, but whether he does something else, Pablo, I'm not sure.
But, training with Venice and having that opportunity in just that week.
Like Pablo's lives were like I know that I used to look forward. I was actually waiting for his lives to start.
Man.
And you don't get that with anyone else. Like,
no, I was there from the off moon. I always used to see you. You know, literally, man. It's just sad, really, man.
We'll see what happens with Pablo. He might make a comeback. We never know.
And I wouldn't say it's the pressures of YouTube. It's just the pressures of life, and everyone's different. And if they're gonna do that, they're gonna do that. You know, you know.
It's the highs and lows, isn't it? It's the
You,
highs and lows. You see it all the time. When you look,
if anything, go
you go up, and what goes up has got to come down, hasn't it? And
100%, 100%, man. And what you got to think is that a lot of people gaslighting. A lot of people big him up and believe that. Do you know what I mean? Believe he's chocolate, tell him he's chocolate, and then if he has 100 people telling him that, before you know it, he thinks he's chocolate, and it's dangerous because you're far from chocolate, but you think you're chocolate because people are telling you you're chocolate. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's only like 5%, but it's gone to your head. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, man. You know. Because what I find is a lot of people in this thing were just there for the community, the banter. Half the things were trolls. They didn't like him, but they liked the guests that came on his channel. Do you understand? And so it's a weird one, man. It's a weird
so,
one.
Boss Dog, just throw this one in, right? Just to change the subject. What do you think's happened with Benji?
Benji?
MBTV. What's going on there?
What?
He
What's
hasn't been
happened?
about for a while. He hasn't been about for a while, has he? You must have noticed because you were regular on his the same as Got Manners. But Benji's got a bit quiet lately, and I'm wondering like what's going on. Don't you think?
Man. He's not as consistent in the day, in the mornings like he was 10:30 every morning. He was doing it, and he was consistent every day. And recently, it's been a bit hit and miss.
I think Benji's another one. When Benji's on a high, he's like he's flying. You know, he's great or what? And,
Yeah,
and everyone wants a bit of Benji.
He had 50, 60 in the chat before long, and the last one I was in, I was walking the dog or whatever, man. He had 5 or 6, 7, 8 people in there, and he just sounded proper dejected by it.
Yeah, that's
just
what
to
I
say
thought.
what's going on, where all the numbers gone, and when numbers are falling for you like that, it doesn't make you want to, you know, go do another one any soon, because it's a drug, man. It's addictive, and I know what it's like. Even last night, I thought, you know what, I'll jump on after Collins. I was gonna do before, but I thought no, I'd wait till after, and I waited till after, man, and I done my own, and I had 5, 6 people in,
Just
not
a buzz,
for long,
isn't it?
just to say hello, half-hour chat or whatever, and it's all testing. You can't take it too serious, man. You know, people might think, oh, I've only got 5 up here. I'm just playing right now. Do you understand?
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. People want to see real, don't they? I mean, I would talk a load of shite, right? But I'm just being myself here on these last 2 mornings. I don't do morning lives, and I just thought yesterday I'd had a bit of a joint yesterday. I've been on nights, and I let anyone who was watching that yesterday morning, I'll let you into a secret, right? I wasn't even going to tell you. I didn't even know my cam was on, right? I didn't know my camera was on. Luckily, you could only see the top of my head for the whole hour. But I was mortified when I looked back on it, and Mrs. Moon said, "Did you know that your cam was on?" I said, "You're joking, Anna."
Fucking mad, isn't it? You
Honestly.
know.
But that was just me. That I wanted to do that yesterday morning because I like talking to like people in the chat and whatever. And I'd been watching Flavors, and it's like watching Big Brother, isn't it?
100%.
And I wanted to know if the people had the same opinions of what I was thinking, and that's exactly how it went, you know.
There's some funny characters on YouTube, and I'm a funny character myself, and I think the quicker these funny characters get together, they understand each other, the better it is. And the only way you can get a quicker understanding and know who's real and who ain't is by jumping on, showing your face, having that chat.
Yeah.
You know, look how relaxed it's been now, half an hour. You know, if you wanted to ask me something, you could ask me something. We're not hiding away. And you know everything I say, yeah, how I say it, and the way I say it. You know if it's true or not. You can make that assumption because you're looking at my face and the way I say it. Do you understand? Now, without seeing someone's face, when they're saying something, you don't know whether they're talking gibberish or whatever. It's hard to understand them. It's hard to know. It's trying to, you know what I'm saying? But when you watch someone for long enough, you feel like you know them.
It's funny people want to laugh, right? I mean, all the chat is based on sarcasm, isn't it? And it's like sarcasm all day long, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, man. It's
And
good
like
to have a little bit of banter. That's what I'm saying. Sarcasm's fantastic, man. Bullying, I don't like.
yeah,
Bullying
you sort of
is.
come on here and show a different side to yourself that you don't get to show like in real life. You know, you can be you. That's all I do. I try and put my sense of humor. Like that's what I want people to see because you know, you don't get to use your sense of humor in real life, but when there's other people who are the same as you, you buzz off it.
We got to think it takes strength to do what we do. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And for so long, I wasn't strong. You probably weren't strong enough. As I say, 6 months ago, a year ago, you couldn't imagine yourself being on you.
Oh
You
no,
know,
even a few
because
months before.
and you would have thought, no, I don't want that. I like my privacy. I always love my privacy. But where's it getting us in this world, man? I'm 35 and I'm single, man. You can live too much of a private life, man, and let the world in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
man.
you know, you could be famous tomorrow, and you know, how would you handle it? And you know,
It's
it's,
still weird now that people know you. Like people know you as Moon. You know what I mean? On lives and stuff. It's crazy. Like
it's what I'm saying. When they see
feel
your
like you know
face
these people. You know
and
what
they
I
know
mean?
your name, they'll never
Mm.
forget you. They'll always remember that's Boss Dog, that's Moon, because they know your face. They will never forget you. But
Yeah,
if you're just an account with a name, and then you know what I'm saying? Well, you know,
yeah. It's
you
all
know,
about the
people.
comedy, man.
It's about being held accountable in it. And for a long time, because I got wild fucking views, man. Not even wild views, just straight, no nonsense, straight talking views. Yeah, hit straight. I usually hit the nail straight on the head, and because I'm blunt like that, yeah,
Yeah,
people don't like it. And I got trolled. I got called a troll enough times. I'm not a troll just because I didn't put my face up. I wouldn't put my face up because at that point I didn't want to give away my thing. Why? Because I was too not paranoid. Well, yeah, some. Why would? It's because I've always been a closed book. I don't do social media. I don't do anything. But as a result, it's held me back, and I'm stuck in that time zone. And
I'm the same. I don't
I
do
haven't done this.
Instagram or Snapchat. I have dabbled. I've dabbled in it, but it's not for me. Facebook. I don't have an interest in Facebook.
But
But YouTube.
for 10 years, I thought, you know what? I don't want to like go happy birthday to this kid. I went, you know what I'm saying? It's just bullshit. It's all fake. You know, just I don't want to. I've just it's pissed me off if you know what I mean. But I find this platform is totally different. I'm not asking anyone to be my mate.
Yeah,
But if you like what you see, follow. You know. Now on Facebook and all these other things, it's all numbers. It's all fake. It's all like to keep you happy and all this shit.
yeah, man. I'm just
You know what I'm
looking for
saying?
another.
Whereas
I'm
YouTube is
looking
real.
for another mix
And
because
if people
I've
just
is that background music all right, Boss Dog guy? Because it's
is
my,
what?
you know, I've been playing background music there. It's just on my phone because when you listen back to your lives and you just hear your own voice, right, it just gets a bit monotonous.
Yeah, man.
Some people have got a good voice, you know what I mean, for like for YouTube or radio or whatever.
Yeah, man.
And
Be
myself,
honest.
I haven't got a problem with showing my face, right? On people have seen my face, they know what I look like. But I just like to mix it up. Some days I'll go on camera, and some days I won't. But I always find it interesting how people decide whether they're going to go on cam or not. Like you've always done it, haven't you?
Since I've come on, absolutely. I've never really flicked it off on Benji once or twice when I'm getting ridiculed in the chat, and I think, you know what? Rather than give these guys something to look at, because obviously they're probably wanking over me, I just thought I'll fucking hide my face right now because obviously they're getting a bit excited, and you know, when people get a bit too excited, it's for the wrong reason. So I thought, you know what, boys, I'll just hide this for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
that's
usually it doesn't
easy.
bother me, man, because but if people want to call you the Notre Dame of the Hunchback at Notre Dame, noodle arms, and all this and that, great. This is my disease. This is what I got. Strength to me,
Yeah,
power
you've
to
got a
me.
big
You
fan
made you
there.
look like a.
You've got a big fan of your oldie. Boss Dog talks proper sense.
Right, but what I'm saying is, LD, he's top man. He's top man. But what I'm saying is, if people want to come at me with these little insults, realize your son could be disabled one day, and you're gonna want to put someone insulting him or her.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm on here to raise awareness, yeah, to treat people like me a little bit nicer, because I've tormented myself for 10 years, yeah. I've had mental health for 10 years, beating myself up, not worthy of this, not worthy of that, conscious about the way I look, my posture and everything. So if I've been, suicidal, tormenting myself for the last 10 years, what, you think it's okay? Who the fuck are you to try and, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow,
Yeah.
man.
Look at these comments,
Yeah.
Boss Dog. Look at these comments here, right? These one off Mermaid, yeah. She's been in the chat all morning, yeah. I liked Boss Dog before, but after today, I'm even more of a fan, right? And you got Mick
This is what I'm
Johnson,
saying.
Boss Dog is boss.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean? It's all love for the Boss Dog, mate. It's
This
all,
is what I'm saying. This is what my channel's about: bringing strength to disabled people who didn't feel their worth. I want them to feel more worth, to the point where they can come on, go like that to all the trolls, laugh in their faces, and you know what I'm saying, power to them. Because when they have the strength, I've been this. I'm still disabled, but my mind has been so on the floor. Now it's up here. Now I've got people telling me I'm amazing, this, that, I speak proper sense. I've known it for a long time. But because I've been talking to myself for a long time and I haven't had the validation from people, it's been making me even more crazy. Do you understand? So the best thing you can do sometimes is social interact, because it will save you. Now, I might speak sense, yeah. I might know it all. But I've still been suicidal because I'm driving myself crazy because I'm not speaking to no one. And so for me, I'm a talker. The best thing I can do is get on here and talk. And even if I just help one person, yeah, well, done. Fantastic. If I could help one a month, fantastic. 12 a year. You know what I'm saying? And Boss Dog, the guy, if you need that help, go see Boss Dog. That's what I'm about. And that's what my channel's about. If you need help getting your forms filled out for PIP, speak to me, man, because I've been there. I've had the shit. I've had to go to the tribunals and get the. I've had my life turned upside down for just shitty decisions. You know what I'm saying? And so when you've been through it all, when you've been a gas engineer at 22 and tired as a fucking scrounger benefit fucking thing, yeah, rah, man, I should be on 50, 60 grand a year, not 50, 60 quid a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you think I want to be here? And you're making me feel like I'm playing the system. It's an insult. And that's what makes your head go. Yeah? When you get treated like a fucking skivvy by your own government, when you've got qualifications more than the fucking half of them in government. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what makes your head go. But yeah, I'm still here, not living to tell the tale. And the best thing I can do is get on here and talk. And just like, people inspire me to come on here and find my voice. Why? Because I got many powerful life stories I've been through. And, just I'm a 35-year-old man, but even at 18, 19, 21, I've been through more shit than most men had. So I was wise. I was a wise young guy. I say wise. I still made more mistakes and fucked up. I had a fret on my legs for 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? You go to bed with nightmares. You know what I'm saying? It changes your life, man. And so I've been involved in everything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
But at the same time, Boss Dog, people just want to come on and see Boss Dog, like having just like, they want to see the Boss Dog that they know. You know what I mean? They come on and like we all get a bit deep, don't we? We all get a bit deep at times. But I seen it last night. If you haven't watched Matrix before, right now, Matrix is a bit of a complex guy, right? And I've sussed this out just from talking to him a few times and watching him. He's another one who seems to be like when he's on a high, he's on a high. And I seen it last night when me and Jim were on his panel. He was proper buzzing like for a good hour or so, and then something happened and we both got took off. And I think Steve Farthing jumped on, and the mood sort of just changed straight away, and I could see his mood changing. It was strange.
Whose live was that? I don't know.
That was Matrix on PC. And I thought to myself, he's a classic example. I could be wrong, like, but from what I see, the classic example of like when he's on a high, he's happy, but I can see when he's on the low, he suffers with it. He suffers, you know what I mean?
I know, man. I've seen the different sides when yesterday, and
when you fire these lives up, you haven't got a clue what's going to happen or who's going to come on, and just what you make it, isn't it?
I was having a nice calm live with Steve yesterday, and all cool as calm and this and that, and you're talking about wagyu beef, wagyu steak, and he was on about his other massaged fucking thing. And I said, no, I don't think it's massage. It's the marbleized steak. And he just blew off on me and said, Boss Dog, don't speak to me about wagyu steak. You go educate yourself. And I thought, right, just the way he blew off, it actually gave me anxiety, man. It just gave me an instant fucking feeling of like, rah, like I upset. It's just, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't like being shouted at like that. And I just breathe for a minute, let it go. I'm gonna have to watch your back, man, and just find where because it wasn't nice, man. It's, you know what I'm saying, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not 100%. Yeah, I'm a disabled guy. I come on here, and I've had panic attacks, anxiety attacks leading up to fucking coming on here. Yeah, but part of the reason why I wanted to come on here is to help myself with these anxiety and panic attacks. Yeah, because this is a different type of anxiety and panic. Now, the anxiety and panic attacks I was getting was my breathing, my health, my chest pains, and this and that. Yeah, and since I've come on here and I've concentrated on here and this and that, I don't think about those anxieties anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more about, how am I portraying myself? Am I making a fool of? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's a healthier anxiety to have.
So your channel, Boss Dog, what have you got a direction or something that you want to base it round, or
health, man? Health is wealth.
health?
You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see my setup, man, my investment in the home.
Yeah.
Because it's mental frame of mind. Yeah. People say, oh, it's like a youth club. No, it's my club. It's where I feel safe. It's where I chill out.
I totally see it, mate. And if you're going to spend a lot of time at home, you might as well have everything you need there. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's what it's
People
all
lose
about.
more money driving the latest car out the showroom than I have spent on this place. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just blessed, man. As I say, I'm just a tenant. My mum's a landlord. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. I'm looked after. And not everyone's, I get it, man. Not everyone's coming from such a blessed thing. It's a hard struggle. And that's what can make us bitter in life. But yeah, man, I understand that. I know what it's like to be bitter, man. Because you're up against it and this and that. But, what advice do I have for those people? Find some of your love. And just be grateful, man. It could be family. It could be anything. Do you know some of the nicest people? They come from council housing. Yeah. They got massive families.
That's one thing you never judge a book by its cover, like you never do.
The nicest people that will give you like your last pound come from the council estate. Yeah. And I'm that type of guy. I was raised on, by a single mother on benefits and this and that. I know what it's like to grow up in poverty, man. And then, I've flipped then as well, and my mum's come in the money. So I know what it's like to go from rags to riches and then back to rags. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you're on your own, you're on your own.
Granted, that's one of my. If I had to give anyone any advice, don't take anything for granted. You know what I mean? Once you start taking things for granted, that's to blame for everything. When people split up, when people get divorced, it's because one of them took the other one for granted somehow, and that's where it starts. You get too comfortable, don't you? And you forget.
No, the thing we take for granted is most is the time. Okay, you can be off with your missus, but for how long? Time. You decide the time. The longer you want to be off with your missus, the more you risk your relationship. The minute you bury the hatchet, you're angry, great, but you made it up within 2 minutes. You crack on, because you got a strong relationship, and leave that to bed. You crack on, you build the thing 2 minutes later. Some people will be off with their missus for 2 weeks, 2 months. If you're prepared to do that, in those 2 months, your missus could be speaking to someone else online, because you're in this shitty frame of mind of, I'm gonna punish her by being a dickhead to her for time, because this, you know what I'm saying? Time is the biggest thing we take for granted. We don't know how much time we got. And we think we can be an asshole for 24 hours. She's thinking, if he's an asshole all day, no, I'm going to go off and shag someone tomorrow. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Time
Boss
is
Dog, what
something.
about that? Have you seen that comment there? What's your response to that, mate?
I mean, I've got 17 to come. All right, hang on, you've highlighted it now, is it? Boss
Yeah.
Dog, do you find it hard today to being sick? Well, again, I'm on here to be honest and tell it how it is. I've been single now since 22. I'm 35 now. Why? Because I've had such low self-esteem, such low self-worth. I haven't really felt like, I didn't really want to burden anyone with my shit. One, I didn't love myself enough to go and find love. You gotta love yourself enough first and value yourself. Because if you don't value yourself, you ain't finding love. What could I bring to the table? Benefits? Do you think that? Do you know what I mean? So in my frame of mind, I was talking myself out of it by being too harsh on myself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I didn't give myself a chance, man. Of course, I wanted love. Of course, I fucking wanted chicks and this and that. And I go out, meet chicks and this and that, and but
That's what I mean. You don't have to go out and find love, though, Boss Dog. Love just turns up, but you can still
100%.
go out
But
and have a good time, can't you? You know what I
for
mean?
your self worth and what you're hiding, if you know what I'm saying, you could be honest with them. Say, I've got this. I've got, you know what I mean. But what you ain't gonna be honest with them is the debt and the lifestyle and the struggles that go with it. You'll make out it's all blessed, but it's not. It's bad, and you don't want to let anyone in. It's an embarrassing situation. That's how you feel. It's you can be on benefits and this and that and be made to feel like it's a disgrace. It's not a disgrace. You gotta be proud of who you are and whatever the sitch. It is the sitch. But I was just too young
Wise.
and in a warped frame of mind. Where I was torturing myself and not allowing myself to, you know.
Yeah, it's all
Sometimes you
good.
gotta overcome that.
You know what? On
You
that
know.
note, Boss Dog, right? I'm going to wrap this up in a minute because I've been going for 3 hours, right? So there's a few people in the chat who've said that when you get your lives fired up, Boss Dog, they'll pop over and.
Yeah, man. Mick Johnson, I appreciate that, brother. I need to link up the StreamYards, and then it's power to me and everyone. Because imagine that, bro, on my channel, 5 or 6 of us, disadvantaged for whatever reason, coming together, having an understanding. That's one of the most powerful lives you could get. Do you understand? We're not a group of trolls or, we can have fun. We can have fun. But what it is realism. And these people, these 5, 6 people that were going to come together, they've got some of the hardest, maddest journeys. Waking up in pain every day. Do you know how that feels? Do you know what that does to your head? If you don't value your life, you don't value anyone else's. Do you understand? The times I've been suicidal, I'm not just thinking about taking my life. I'm taking about enough, what I mean, the people that pissed me off in life. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how deep it gets. So that's where your mind is the most precious thing you can have. Because if you lose your mind, you lose everything quick like that.
Yeah, man, we know what
If
you're
you
saying.
don't, if you don't value your life, you don't value the next person's life. Because that's the fucked up mind it is, But now you can only realize how fucked up it is when you're healthy and you look back and think, fuck, how did I ever think like that? But you went in the right frame of mind, and as I say, it's not just an age thing. It's because we grow older with age, but we mature. But as I say, I've had 10, 12 years of struggles now, mental health on and off, and I could fall back into it tomorrow. I'm not out of the woods.
Yeah.
But I know I got my compass in the woods, and I know where I'm going, and that's what you can do and protect yourself, man. And I think sometimes the best way to get strength is to come on you and go get your strength, man. Go help other people get strength. Go stand up tall and 2 fingers up to the fucking dickheads that want to try and bring you down.
Like I say, Boss Dog, when you do your lives, I think you've got a few people in here who are relating to you, like I do. And so I think you do all right, mate. You might have got a few extra subs from today.
Appreciate that, boys.
So I am going to wrap it up there, guys, and keep your eye out for Boss Dog, as he probably
Bless
will
up,
go.
guys. Good to see you, man. We'll catch up soon, all right?
Cheers for coming on,
Bless
bro.
up to everyone in the chat. Cheers, guys. Bless
Yeah,
up, man. Take care, boys.
Yeah, guys. Sub to Boss Dog if you've just met him today, or you've find you liking him a little bit more than you did. Go and sub to him, and you know, like whenever he goes live, I'll always jump on if I can. You know what I mean? But yeah, 3 hours ultra. 3 hours I've been on here, mate. 2 hours 57 minutes. Another marathon. Like honestly, 3 hours has never gone as quick in my life. But massive respect to everyone. Mermaid, who's been here the whole time. Mick Johnson, Liverpool Julie, Sean Wayne, Oldie, Mrs. Moon, Ultra. Where's the other mate? Fact Notification, Mouse Charger. You know, massive respect, man, for everyone just popping by. You know what I mean? We've had a little chat. We've had a few guests on. Live follower. I see you there, Tim Smith, Jim. Keep your eye out for Jim today, Zeus. I think Zeus is going to have a good day today. He's going to have some good content, I reckon. Kieran, big shout out to Kieran. Joanne Graham, thanks for dropping by. Yep, massive respect, guys. I've got to do a little bit of housework. Might catch a few rays for a little bit. Dave Smithers, sorry mate, I didn't mention you. Batty fish. Yeah, massive respect, guys. And I will, no doubt, the weather's live. I'll be popping in the chat. But thanks again for popping by, and I'll speak to you all soon. Laters.